Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good morning. Let me switch some screens around and make sure that everything is tucked neatly out of use. Speaking of neat, I did end up cleaning yesterday, so things are a little bit tidier behind me, and I have actually some art on display. I feel like it just fits the theme a little bit more for what we do here, and I know that the whales are going to continuously steal my camera focus, and I you know what? I'm okay with it. I've decided it's fine. Let me just change that. There we go, so you can't see what I'm doing anyway, but I need to fix a couple things, because also the music might be just a teeny tiny tad loud. Is that better? It's difficult to tell with music like this because it has louds and quiets depending on when the tune's going. Yeah, welcome on in, everyone. You might have seen the Discord. We didn't get into Chroma Corps this year, but I'm planning on like crafting along with it. So the plan is, starting tomorrow, we'll be doing a lot of the daily prompts. I'm not going to commit to doing all of them because there's not really any reason to. And if there's one or two that I'm busy that day, or there's other things that I want to do, those will take priority. But whenever we don't have something else to do, I'm planning on doing one. I think that's a good way of doing it, and I'm going to try and do the prompts that I wouldn't normally do, just to try and push myself a little bit. Today, though, is just for fun. You can kind of see in the bottom screen I do have a little embroidery hoop to one side. I did post a design in the Discord. It's that same design. It's just a few of the cadets that we didn't get in, and we're all having a little fun time together. So I've got myself, sonnes, and animes, and the plan is we're going to embroider those today. Just like a chill, nice. And I guess I almost like wind up time leading up to the next month of prompts. It's kind of, for us, it will be very much similar to Inktober because we're not competing, because we're not in the top, I think it was 40 that were picked, in the top 40. We can kind of do what we want if we're not super on theme. I don't think it's a huge issue. If there's something that I want to do instead, I think that's okay. But the idea is that we'll be doing an embroidery every day. And there will be a theme. I will try and put whatever the theme is in the title in case anyone wants to join along. It's not my event, but like if anyone is seeing what I'm doing and wants to participate, there we go, you can have that. I'm trying to think if anything else has happened other than I cleaned. I did just spend most of the time cleaning. I put away my sewing machine because we're not using the sewing machine for this project or for the cosplay, and I just didn't want it sitting out gathering dust, so I put it away. Shifty, good morning, thank you for the horn, and Duck, good morning, I hope you're both doing well, welcome on in. Yeah, I put it away because I didn't want it to get dusty. I say put it away, I packed it back up in one of the boxes. And then, yeah, so over here I have more of my decorative stuff, which I think makes more sense for what we're doing with the embroideries, but also with the cosplay, because again, it's all hand-stitched, so there's no reason for me to have that out, and it does take up a lot of space. So I've moved some stuff around. I've got my baskets are now, thanks camera, my baskets are now off the floor. I've got, like this, actually, so it's when I turn away from the camera now, it wants to focus over here. When we were starting the renovations on this house, we actually found a huge canvas board inside one of the walls, and I'm not even joking. We took down a wall and there was a canvas board inside. So that's that canvas board. It's kind of scratched up, probably because it's been literally inside of a wall, but like, yeah, I'm using it for now for like mounting things on because it's canvas, so you can put pins in it, and that way I can just pop a bent pin in it, which I have many of, and hang my embroidery hoops over the top. What is that noise? Oh, that's outside the house, that's fine. Also, Scott, thank you for the X-Crash, good morning! That's because your house was made by an artist, clearly. There's been so many things we just found inside of the walls. It's really odd. I guess that's kind of what happens if someone's been living somewhere for a while, if it's had multiple owners, you will just find things. I think the massive pet enclosure for your garden was a big surprise, because those are quite expensive normally. And we have the whole thing inside the walls. A massive pet enclosure, like metal and everything. It's quite impressive. I think that might be, so we think the previous owners had chickens at some point. I think it might have been for them so that they could run around the garden but like not have to worry about any foxes or anything getting in. So it's pretty big, but yeah, we have given, I think, a lot of that away to, I think, someone who has a rabbit, maybe? I don't know, someone who has something that lives outside, or can go outside, because yeah, it's just basically like a set up your own cage. So yeah, that was in the walls. We had the canvas board in the walls. A lot of Christmas decorations were in the walls. We're not keeping those, they're a bit messy. But yeah, that one was a good find. It's not clean enough or like unscratched enough to use as an actual canvas board, but it's fantastic for mounting things on. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna just mount things on it, and then when I do a piece of art, I can just mount it on there. I might actually get a really big one at some point, because I feel like it's not a bad idea for just mounting things in general, since most of my embroidery hoops are a bit of a pain in the ass to hang up unless you have hooks in the wall, and I'm not putting hooks in this wall. We're here temporarily. It's been a year, but temporarily. So yes, I think it's a good middle ground for now, and it means that some stuff is behind me. Normally it's just mess, so I feel like that's better. And I got the flag there, which I like, but mostly it's actually the stuff that you can't see on this desk, which is really useful, because I have my sequins, like all of the rolls of it, I have them there. All of the packs of loose beads I have next to it. Under here now, I have packs of like the beads in pots, so like the repotted beads that I've done, which is really, really useful. I also have my snacks under there, so I'm not going to take that out right now, but I do have them there. The drawers are more organized because, again, like, there was a lot of just stuff I'd thrown in there. They're much, much better now, and a lot of stuff is in like these kind of things. It's all loose beads, but it's useful to have them inside of a pot instead of just in a drawer, because how are you meant to browse them when they're just in a drawer? So a lot of stuff gone into pots like that, and yeah, it's just made things a lot easier, and hopefully getting around the craft room for now will be a bit better. Eventually most of the stuff that I've put on the desk and in the drawers will actually be on shelves, but I don't have those right now, so for now we put them there. Was there anything else that I mean, that was actually quite a lot, to be honest. I was moving around a lot. I did do both sides of this desk, all of that desk. Yeah, everything really. And I put away all the stuff that was for Honkai that I hadn't finished yet. Which, speaking of, Honkai has an update which I need to play at some point. I'm very excited. And I think that's about it. Basically just putting away stuff that I didn't think I was going to be using, and trying to prevent things from getting dusty. And I think that about covers it. I do now have all of my currently cosplay thread on this side, so those are the threads I specifically purchased for the cosplay we're making. The light purples and dark purples. The only one that's different is the really big spools, because they don't fit, but all of the small ones are now over there, so if you see me reaching over there more often, it's because that's where those are being kept. Did I find anything interesting? Not really. I just found, unless you like beads, if you like beads and like random stuff, I found loads of interesting things, but I think if that's not your jam, probably not. And I don't think I did anything else too much yesterday. Again, I was waiting around a lot. I had some stuff I had to be available for, so I was like, streaming is probably not the best idea, so I was just waiting around being available, and everything's sorted, so that's good. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh dear. Blue, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get in, but we did actually. We did get into the special mentions. Is that what it's called? So it's like a again, this is a specific Discord server, not this one. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. What I will say, so the special, oh no, standouts, that's what it's called. The standouts were where they were picking the candidates from. I'm a little sad because they only put in one of my images, and it's the one that has none of my cadet info on it. Oh yeah, I guess that's how it goes. I'm gonna assume that one got picked because that was their favorite. I just wish it'd been one of the ones which had more of the information on it, because the others had 3 images. It looks like I only did 1 hoop. I did 4. I did 4, not 1. Unless they've changed it. I don't think they would have. There's not really any reason for them to change it. Yeah, it's okay. I'm still happy to have got there, to be fair. I'm a little sad as well that there was not a single traditional artist in the finals. I did watch the finals yesterday. Yeah, it's like they've got just the 1 hoop. And don't get me wrong, I'm very proud of that hoop, but I made 4. I made 4 hoops, and there is a sheet that had them on, but it's okay. I'll live. Actually, if I click this, does it show all of them? No, it just shows the 1. I kind of thought that's what it was. Yeah, I'm a little sad no traditional entries got in, but that's my preference. I like traditional art. I do traditional art. Of course I'm going to want traditional art to get in, and there were a lot less traditional entries than digital, so it does kind of make sense. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen 1, to be honest, but it's how it is. And you know what? I'm doing Washout Alley, so I'm going to be doing that start to finish. As much as I can, within reason, I will be doing that. Oh dear. Not long woken up. Honestly, me neither. I slept in a little bit this morning because I stayed up a little bit late. So also feeling sleepy vibes. I hope you get some good rest tonight at least. Oh dear. Good morning, Anime, look. Let me go into my top down. We're gonna be embroidering you, me, and Sonne in like a little hoop. I think that'll be fun. Hell yes, I got you down there, but I also technically have you up there and you biting Sonne's hand. I might have taken a few creative liberties and I've put you in there 3 times because we have you in 3 different places. But we do have the main one. We have the 2 little ones as well. That was my preference. I'm sorry, I wanted to have one biting Sonne's hand. Oh dear. Hell yeah. So that's our plan for today. We're going to be doing that. Starting tomorrow, I think that's when the prompts will start. So that's when we'll start following whatever they do-ish within what I want to do and also within the colours I've got, because if I'm not taking part properly, I'm not buying extra stuff. So within what we have, that's when that's what we'll do. And I might actually need to purchase something. If I'm doing like 30 plus embroideries, I don't have 30 plus hoops. I have one very, very big hoop. Which is not very useful, and I have like a lot of smaller hoops, but yeah, I might have to actually get some mount board or something to start attaching them to, because otherwise I'm just gonna have all of these hoops and then nowhere to embroider because I've used all of my hoops. Oh dear. Nervous, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We are doing some embroidery this morning. We're going to be doing a lot of embroidery actually coming up, but we're doing a little cute one that I wanted to do this morning, which is the 3 of the characters from this community. So it's Sonne, Anime, and me. So our 3 little characters. I assumed my character was probably the tallest, or at least the oldest, so I drew mine as the oldest. And then I think both Sonne and both Sonne and Anime are meant to be a little bit younger. Guess who hasn't slept? I hope you managed to get some Z's at some point. And good morning! And Cthulhu, good morning! I hope you are doing well. I am good. I'm tired. It's been a long 24 hours. But I think the week should be a little bit more relaxing after now. I think we're getting to a point where I'm like, yes! Relaxing time! It is the time for relaxation. So yes, that'd be nice. Popping in before bed? Hell yeah. I hope we get some good Z's when you do go to sleep. Alright, where is the needle that I'll want? Probably this one, right? What's the colour that it's got on there? That's a purplish grey that I don't think I'll need. I normally use this one for like mechanical parts, but I've hidden those. I'll leave that to the top. Oh, Emma, good morning. I hope you're doing well. I have maybe 2 hours of sleep in the last 4 days. Oh god, nervous. That is nerve-wracking. Go get some heckin' Z's. Go look after yourself. Sleep is important. I'm also sleepy too. How am I, Jellyless? I'm good. We're all a little sleepy here today. We're all a little like, oh man, I'm catching some Z's. Which colour should I start with? Technically, Sonne and Anime are in front of me, so I might start with... Let's start with Anime, because... Anime I think would technically be at the front, so I'm just gonna have your image up on the other screen to make sure that I'm not going way out there with the whatchamacallit. Actually wait, no, what am I talking about? I need to outline them first. Let's outline them first. Sleepy. Oh dear, I have tried, you know. I kind of assumed maybe you've been attempting to sleep. There are some people out there though who are just like, you know what, sleep? Nah, not gonna do it, I'm busy, goodbye. I worry about those people. Sleep stream. Oh dear. One day, so I think I've mentioned this before. Whenever my health is at a place where I can do it, I will one day do some sort of subathon style event where we do like a really, really long challenge, but that will probably be more a celebration of being physically able to do it. And right now there's no way. I'm still having migraines like every other day at least, and most of them, well, not as bad as they used to be. I still wouldn't want to be like streaming with them. But if one day my health gets to a point where I can, I will. And then I will sleep. I cannot catch the Z's, they're too quick. No! Honestly, they're relatable. I've actually been sleeping a lot recently, but I've had very, I don't want to say disturbed sleep because that's not quite the right way of putting it, but like I've been dreaming an awful lot. So like every time where I go to sleep, it's not like they're bad dreams or anything like that. It's not like I'm like waking up hyperventilating or anything. But I've been having a lot of dreams. So like I wake up pretty much every hour or two. And there's no reason for me to be waking up. Like I don't feel upset or sad or anything like that, but I am waking up, which I think is why I'm feeling a bit more tired, because like while technically when I look at the amount of hours I've slept, I think I should feel quite well rested, but I think because I've been waking up so frequently, I don't feel as well rested as maybe I should. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. If I had to guess, one day I'm gonna get one of those sleep monitors, because I think it'd be really exciting and interesting. Not today though, but one day I'll get it, so I can be like, what was I doing at night yesterday? I'd love to know. He's hogging the sleep. Mum says it's my turn with the Z's. Yeah! It's your turn to catch the Z's. I get the feeling the Jelly's a super violent sleeper. I'm not a violent sleeper, but I pretty much do everything you could imagine. I can sleep talk, sleep walk. I wake up an awful lot. So people already know that I have hypnagogic and hypnopompic hallucinations, which is a sleep disorder or disordered sleeping. So technically, I'm really good at falling asleep. That's not the issue. Staying asleep, that's the problem. But we've always said, me and my family, like it'd be really funny to watch. I don't remember what they're called, but they're like the little monitors you wear while you sleep, and they tell you like how good your sleep is. So one day I think I'll ask for it for Christmas, where I'll be like, go on then. For Christmas I'd like a sleep monitor. Let's see what this body is doing once I fall asleep. Yeah. We were gonna do a sleep study, but then the COVID pandemic stuff hit, because that was around the time where I was having like a lot of investigation into it, and it was like, you can do it, but at this point, like, we don't know when we'll get you in, and you know, what would you like to focus on? And I was like, I'll focus on the migraines, thanks very much. So technically I was almost gonna have a sleep study just to see what's going on, because there's a fair chance that me having like very restless sleep doesn't help with having migraines at the very least. But yes, nah. Waiting list too long, and migraine priority. I fast too much my sleep, my family calls it the cha-cha slide. See, I've not been told that I'm like a particularly violent sleeper. Like, I'm not like zooming around, but I do just stand up. A few people have reported that I've been making like, it's never quite talking. I don't talk to people in my sleep, but I'll look you in the face while asleep and be like, So it's not sleep, it's not quite talking, but I'll get up and I'll make noises at you, which arguably I think is kind of scary. Like, when people have told me, like, did you sleep well? Like, you got up in the night and started going at me. There, I remember a time like you know, staying in hotel with your parents and stuff when you were a kid, and my parents being really annoyed because they thought I was doing it on purpose, because I got up in the middle of the night and I started going down. Like literally just like that, over and over again in the hotel room. They couldn't wake me up. So yeah, it's been a long running thing of that. I don't have like, I don't know if I'd say violent sleep, but like I do have quite energetic sleep. Oh dear, if I'm gonna have my shoes basically tied around me. Yeah, see, I don't roll around. I get up with purpose and like go places. You're like a corpse? I wish. Oh dear, but I'll be honest, it's not normally that bad for me. Like, my nighttime routine doesn't really upset me. It's just a problem for other people. Because I'm making noise and stuff like that. So like, if I don't sleep in the same room as someone else, I'm sure I'm still doing it, but like I would never know. So it's only like from experiences of sleeping around other people, like sleepovers as a kid, you know, staying in the hotel rooms together and stuff like that. It's the only time I've ever really heard of it, like, because, you know, all with partners, because it's like, otherwise I just wouldn't know. It doesn't bother me. Oh dear. Yeah, that's me apparently at night. Like, I don't do do anything that upsets or disturbs me, but it's probably quite annoying for other people. Yeah, not upsetting is probably the wrong way of putting it. Annoying would be a good way of putting it, I think. I just make loud, annoying noises. Oh dear. I don't know what the type is, but you've seen the type. Thank you. Oh dear. But yeah, no, I am really good at getting to sleep though. I've always said, like, if I could put falling asleep on my CV, I would. Because I am super good at falling asleep. I've never really had issues with, the only times where I ever struggle with falling asleep is very specific situations where I'm stressed about something. Like say if I have like an exam the next day or like a deadline or something. Outside of those scenarios, I've never had any problems falling asleep. It's just staying asleep is the problem, but falling asleep I'm very good at. And again, I would put it on my CV if it was allowed. It's your JoJo face. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I think, before... no, it might not have been before... No, it might have been before JoJo came out, at least as an anime. Like, we're talking, like, one of the first times I remember my family mentioning it. I was pretty young. Oh, dear. Start the new two-bedroom thing with your SO as soon as you can. I have a few friends do that. Oh, we've been doing that for, like, years. But mainly because, you know, I wake up in the night with migraines. Like, if you only have a migraine every now and again, it probably isn't that much of a problem, but like I wake up most days with a migraine at some point, and so if I wake up with a migraine, feeling sick, not being able to get back to sleep, in pain, rolling over every few seconds, no one can sleep next to me. So like when we shared a bed, I would just keep them awake all the time, because I was fine until I got migraine, and then it was like, well... So yeah, no, we've been doing that for years, and it works well for us because it means that if I'm having a rough night, he doesn't suffer it, so that he can then look after me in the morning. Works out well. Because if I make him too tired and like by waking him up constantly, he can't help me as much the next day, and I do require assistance. It's a sleep talker and a snorer. He'll fall and yell in his sleep and occasionally start himself awake. See, I don't know if I've ever done that or not. Because I don't know if I'm yelling in my sleep unless someone else tells me, and normally then they wake me up, and it's not normally yelling. Again, it's normally like stupid noise. Smart, thank you. Had a friend growing up that would have conversations with you in sleep. Yeah, I remember, so some friends of mine have mentioned, like, again, because it's come up, because I obviously do that, some people have mentioned to me, yeah, I've had like full-on conversations with people, and then we've talked about the next day, and I've assumed they've been awake. But then it turns out they've been asleep and they don't remember any of it. So, but not me. You can't have a conversation with me when I'm asleep because I'm just making like zombie noises most of the time. Oh dear. We'll have separate hotel rooms of accommodation, so we will fight each other to death for like 2 days. Yeah. It's difficult. There are just some times where you just have to be like, listen, sharing a roommate for me. As much as I like the idea, it's nah. We don't share bed either. I have sleep apnea. God, help. And he's a light sleeper, so his best bros upstairs have separate rooms. Or some are very messy bean, and he's super neat. Yeah, this is the thing, honestly. Like, if you can make it, like, if you can afford to rent somewhere with an extra bedroom, like, for me, that's all I need is just, like, a place to put, like, an extra bed. Because it won't be my main bedroom, but, like, a small office-style room's perfect, where I can just have, like, a quick bed in there, and it's good. And, like, that works well. I'm hoping that long-term it's not a thing we need to do, but at least for now, it's like, wow. Means we both get a good night's sleep, or if I'm not getting a good night's sleep, it doesn't affect anyone else, you know? Making lemonade, if they're gonna be talking, keep you up, might as well. Sleep apnea. It's still very early here, I'm doing my best, words are hard. But yeah, it's yeah, again, I wouldn't necessarily say a disturbed sleeper because I don't think that sounds quite right. Because again, I don't feel like I'm that bad. It's just bad for everyone else. Oh dear. But yeah, I was gonna have a sleep study done, but then you know, COVID hit, wait lists got much longer, and we decided to really like, if I could only do one, the migraines were a lot more important. But I would be interested at some point in doing something similar in the future, just even if it's just for like to satiate my curiosity, because if you're the one asleep, you really don't know. And I've heard all of these stories about me for so long now, Like, it would be kind of nice to have some, like, I don't know. I want to see it too. I want to see what everyone else is talking about, you know? Because, like, I don't see it. I just hear the stories afterwards where, like, everyone's like, yeah, you were doing this thing. And it's like, oh, was I? Crazy. We have to forgive Jelly her misspeaks. She was up all night randomly sitting up making zombie noises. Yeah, I've been really practicing for when I, you know, inevitably one day become a zombie. I am very ready. I've been practicing every night. There are times apparently where it sounds like I'm almost speaking, but it's just not quite. I don't know what I'm doing in my sleep, but like, yeah, some of the stuff is like when I'll go like kind of noises. So it sounds like I'm almost mouthing noises, but like just not quite getting to words. Yeah, there's been a few times where people have done that. Sometimes people can like try and put together words from what I'm saying, even though it's not like, you know, it's not exactly English. They try and work things out from it. But yeah, no, not as much success, to be honest. You don't have to conform to everyone else's idea of a relationship. Yeah, you know what? I think a good, healthy relationship is when you both get a fair amount of sleep. Or as much sleep as you physically can get, depending on what's going on. I think that's a good thing. A relationship flourishes when you both feel well rested, and you know what? I feel well rested. Well, no, I don't. Not today, but normally I do. Today's a bad example, but normally I feel well rested. Ish. How good do you think sleep capsule business would do? Instead of rent, you go to an Asian hexagon capsule. The place is a pool, gym, and gaming rooms. I think it depends where it would be. If I had to guess, Emma, I think it depends where you put it. Because, like, for instance, I live pretty rurally. If you put that here, I don't think it would do all that well. But if you put it next to somewhere with, like, an events place, like maybe a stadium or a convention hall or something like that, I think it would do much better. So I guess my answer would be, I guess it would depend, I think, where you put it. Here, where I live, I don't think it would do very well, but maybe like London, Cardiff, Manchester, like the bigger cities where they do big events, it would probably do pretty well as a maybe slightly cheaper alternative. To turn the lights off, but also have a bedside table for a glass of water. No glasses of water, only bottles of water. That is a mistake we made a couple houses ago, is that I would have like a glass of water next to my bed, and I am not kidding you. When we left that house, there was water damage on the floor next to where I slept because I knocked my glass of water over so frequently in the night, so that the wooden floors had actual water damage. Like, we learned our lesson. I am not suitable for having a glass of water next to the bed. Either it has to be like the other side of the room, or it's a bottle of water, which I think tends to work better. A bottle of water kind of lady, not a glass of water. Glass of water, risky business here. Oh dear. Oh, it shows room for sleep water. Yeah, I do like having mid-sleep water though. I have a feeling it's just gonna be one of those days. Honestly, I had the same kind of feeling when I woke up this morning, and I don't know whether it's because it's a very overcast day and it's very cloudy, and so it's making me feel like that. But there's a part, like, you just sometimes wake up, I think, or you just are, and you're just like, it's one of those days, isn't it? But I'm also partially wondering if it's because of yesterday. Yesterday was definitely one of those days. I was very, very stressed out for like a fair amount of the day. And so maybe it's just the leftovers of that that's kind of, I'm feeling. I don't know, it's difficult to tell, innit? I feel like sometimes the body sends you messages and I have no idea. I'm trying to interpret them, but I have no idea what it wants or what it means. Oh dear. And I don't use a sippy cup. It actually was suggested at one point. I can't remember. It was one of... Because I'd mentioned, like, I was having some issues with, like, especially when I'm having migraines, that I'm clearly, like, knocking over my water. And one of the doctors mentioned, well, have you tried a sippy cup? And, like, I'm not lying, like, it's not a bad idea, but there's also, like, a part of me that's just like, I refuse to buy a sippy cup. Absolutely refuse. Like, would it help me? Maybe. Am I doing it? No. Absolutely not. I'll just drink from a bottle of water, thank you. Oh my god. My pride can't take it. I did eventually get my shirt back on. I may have torn out my brother first. Oh no. Oh no. Nah. Big fancy water jewels aren't expensive. Well, the thing is, like, I have one of those. I have a Twitch water bottle from Amsterdam last year where they gave us some free Twitch merch. So I actually have my Twitch water bottle I can use, and then I also have, like, the one that I had before that. So, like, I have options. The Twitch one's actually alright, to be honest. I don't dislike it. I mean, I like purple, so meh. No need for the indignity of a sippy cup. I would do it, but it's like, the thing is, I prefer a bottle of water for a few reasons. One, I can use it outside of just having it next to my bed. Like, I could actually take that out with me. And I'm like one of those people, I don't know if you've ever met these people. I am a kind of a nightmare, honestly. But when I'm out and about, when I get thirsty, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty right now, and I physically cannot continue until I drink something. But until that point, I don't feel it at all. And I've been like that since I was like actually a child, like a tiny child. And like Mama Jelly started to learn very quickly that she always had to have a spare drink in her pocket or her bag, because I would like just refuse to function. And weirdly, I'm still like that as an adult, where like I'll just be going about doing my daily thing, and then I'll suddenly be like struck with like, oh my god, I'm so thirsty, I'm going to perish, I must drink right now. I think a lot of it just comes to I get a bit too excited and I forget that I need to drink regularly. But and so it all kind of catches up with me at once. But I always have like a water bottle with me now just in case, because yes. It's not. I just get to a point where I'm like, I can't function. I must drink right now. Oh, heck. Sneakily sips out a sippy cup. Hell yeah. You drink from your sippy cup. You're all good. I just prefer having something that's a bit more functional that I can use the rest of the day. And Schneeves, good morning. I use water bottles at night to be mostly because my cat. Oh, that's actually a very good point. Yeah, cats can jump up and steal the stuff. I didn't think of that. That's a good point. Oh, what are you doing? Oi, 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 oi. Okay, fine. You wanna play that game? I'll cut you up and I'll tie you in a knot. And this is your own fault. You asked for this. There you go. Sorry, it's done like an awkward knot. One of the knots that I can't just undo. So I'm going to punish it by cutting it up and knotting it myself, as deserved. The Cha-Cha sliding, I have to have something I can't swim because I will karate kick it off the nightstand. Yeah, we don't even know a lot of the time how I was knocking it off because I was asleep. But like, I just clearly had some sort of reflex to push my water onto the floor in the middle of the night. So, yeah. I'm more with a joke about being a kid who needs like water snacks in hand, but based, we all should have water and snacks in hand. Honestly, yeah, like I was very, very, very randomly thirsty and hungry kid, and like I also am the kind of person that I will say I'm still the kind of person that if I'm hungry, I just stop functioning. Like I cannot function while hungry. The only times when maybe there are times where like I will say things like when I get to the end of so and so section, I'm gonna go make my lunch. And I do find that's a little motivating sometimes. And I also motivate myself with food when it comes to big projects. Like I'm like, if I finish this part of the project, I'll treat myself to a takeaway. But when it comes to like just feeling hungry, I can't function when I feel hungry. I have to go eat. Can't do it. Want a little snacky when I'm out and I never have. Yeah. You need a snack. You need snacks. It's important because, you know, to be fair, if you're out and about and like shopping and doing stuff, you actually do burn a lot of calories because you're doing a hell of a lot of walking. I figured I was only kicking it out 5th or 6th night. I woke up with a sore foot. Aww. Oh no. Oh dear. The nightstand knows what it is. Hell yeah, you put that nightstand in its place. Okay, just have another look at anime's thing. I want to make sure that I obviously I'm doing like a bit of a simplified version of all of the characters just so I can get them all in the same hoop. So there's probably some bits I will miss and won't be quite as detailed as animes. I do recommend if you're interested. Anime and Sonne have both posted their designs in the Discord. So you can see animes in the art channel and you can see Sonne's in the live stream chat channel. So if you do want to see... Have I cut myself? Yeah. 2 secs. I've got a plaster on hand this time. So if you do want to see the originals, you can. They're in the Discord. Would recommend, because what I'm doing is very much a simplified version of their stuff. Same with mine, but I'm doing a simplified version of all of them because yes. There we go. Just it's probably not the best one for the end of the finger, but I don't know. I'll work with it. I should have had some stuff arriving yesterday that I was meant to like the little rubber finger thimbles. They were one of the ones that Sleeves actually put in the Discord, and I showed them to Shiny, and Shiny was like, right, we'll buy them, we're getting them. I was like, oh, okay. So we've got them coming on the way. They should have arrived yesterday, but they never did. It's a shame because I was actually like, you know, again, waiting around a lot yesterday. I would have actually been able to answer the door for once. Plaster, I forgot. Oh yeah, sorry, a band-aid if you're across the pond, but over here they're just a plasters. The plasters. The plaster. Little plaster. There we go. I need to decide how I'm going to do the eye. I think probably like there. There we go. I can come back and do like a little knot in white there as well, but just for now I'll leave a little space. And while my mum phone always had snacks because we were ADHD doopuses, yeah. I've got animal crackers, some mini chocolates, some sandwich crackers. Hell yeah. Oh dear. Dialects accents are cool. They are. It is always interesting. My co-workers at lunch wound up loving me because they'd complained they hadn't eaten and just pop out from the room that kept the bags. Hell yeah. Oh my god, they're always the best co-workers. The ones who bring snacks, 10 out of 10 on co-worker scale. Love that. We had a couple of bakers at the last place I worked even, and although I did basically live there, but then I worked, and oh my god, so good. Oh my god, Tails, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Did it late again. You're so oh bless you. Thank you so much, Tails. Honestly, I appreciated it. I kind of needed that this morning. Thank you. I was having a bit of a hard on myself night. Thank you so much. That's very heckin' kind of you. I hope you get some good sleep also. If you haven't met Tails before, by the way, they are very, very talented. I don't know if you'd say body artist or makeup artist. They do a lot of very, very interesting, unusual, and complicated body paints. Just generally a very talented artist. Hell yeah. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, please do get some sleep. Especially, yeah, it would be very late for you right now. Please do be getting some sleeps. That's not like plaster in Dutch. Ooh! Hell yeah! I stress bake when I'm having anxiety, so I start looking like, oh yeah, who wants snickerdoodles? I would have loved that. I would have loved that. That's right up my alley. There we go. So just get a couple of the skull details in. I'm not going to be able to go too heavy with the skull details. Again, if you want to see the original, Anime has posted in the Discord, but I can do like a little bit. It's just because, you know, in thread it's such a small scale. It doesn't allow sometimes for all the details you want to put in. You have to kind of pick and choose which details you use. There we go. I think that's a pretty good start. Look at our little friend down there. Look at our little friend. Hell yeah. Oh dear. He's small and cute. Yeah. He's tiny. He's so small. Oh dear. Hell yeah. Alright, we're gonna move across. Oh, I've sewn through my plaster. This is the problem with fabric plasters and stitching. You just go through them. I used to bring in 5 dozen chocolate chip cookies in December where I worked at the grocery store, and it was always funny to see Susan in the house come a break. I'm like, yeah, cookies! Honestly though, you do, like, retail is exhausting. Like, physically and mentally. So when people bring in, like, snacks, like, especially sweet snacks, oh my god, it does wonders for morale. Because it's got the sugar boost that you kind of need, I think, a lot of the time when you're doing those long shifts, especially like in the holiday season. But also it's just like, you know, it makes you happy as you eat it. Yes. Oh dear, I love that you're making a group photo of the community entries. Yeah! Well, I thought it'd be nice, because like we have an extra day before they properly start posting the prompts. And I was like, well, what would I like to do? It's like, I'd like to see a little bit more art, I think, of those of us who didn't get in. So I'm gonna do that, and you know, just from this community at least. Although I did see that Beauty and the Beats had, I only saw this afterwards, but I did see they entered. I'm a little annoyed that they didn't get into standout because I feel like it was a very impressive piece, but I wonder if they kind of had the same issue as me, where it's like, it's very different, but it's not very well understood. You know? I love that. Oh, sorry. That was my thingy. Customers were always extra cranky around December. It's not the most fun time of working. Although for me, I always said this and I stand by it. Return season in January was so much worse. Like December was busy. Like you had a lot of people coming in December, so you were like busy all the time. But I can deal with busy. January, where people are trying to return things, and bear in mind I worked in lingerie. You know how many worn underwear I've seen? You know how many underwear that's had one night for Christmas and is tried to be returned, and then I have to try and explain to the lady that I can tell that she's worn it? You ever had to do that? Because I have many times. And so I always say that for me, in my experience with the places that I've worked, January was so much worse. I have seen so many unclean underwear. I have seen so many broken bits and bobs. I have seen many things that I would not want to see ever again from a random member of the public. And you genuinely get surprised that people feel like unashamed to bring it in. I've seen like full-on skid marks in underwear and people trying to bring it back. And it's like, what? Like, really? Like, really? You're not feeling a little bit ashamed? You don't think I'm gonna check it? Like when you try and tell me that there's something faulty about it, and then I look and you're like, actually no, it's fine. Yeah, no, funny enough, I am gonna look. Oh my god, people, please. Like, honestly, if you're gonna return it, at least wash it first. Jeez. Oh dear. Thankfully, they did eventually change the policy where I worked on like how underwear was handled, which was so good. I'm so glad. It took a few years, like I want to say 4 years before that policy changed, but they did eventually change it, and I do appreciate it because it was horrible. Oh dear. And like I work as barely 5 foot tall and maybe 90 pounds soaking wet with an adult man throwing it. The hell? People are like a little unhinged. Like, excuse me? What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Oh my god. Unhinged. Oh dear. Not gonna lie, one of the reasons I learned my job is because if I say something wrong because of dyslexia, people always say these stupid comments like, oh god, yeah. It makes me want to cry because I know I've worked here for 3 years and my brain's a problem. Yeah, there were a few reasons I chose to leave. One of them, and this was a really big one, and I don't know if I can actually talk about it actually. I don't know how much detail I can go into because it's bad. It was really bad. It was very much like being forced to help someone who didn't believe in your human rights and having to actually treat them better than other customers. It was awful. And there were a few situations where stuff like that would happen and you would be forced to like just grin and bear it. But there were times where people would be exceptionally homophobic. We'll put it like that, homophobic and transphobic, making assumptions about who I am, because this is the thing. I've talked about it on Twitch that people have tried to do the whole, oh, you're clearly trans kind of card, but I've had it happen IRL as well. And people being like exceptionally homophobic and transphobic, and then you just have to smile and deal with it. And that was a big factor in me leaving the last place, because as much as I, like 99% of customers, lovely, and it was honestly a joy to be able to help them out and do what I can to assist. But there was that 1%, and the fact that the policies in the place that I worked didn't protect us, and if anything, made things 10 times worse for us. It was just becoming no longer a safe place for me to work, and so I left. Yeah. Although to be fair, my health was also absolutely deteriorating at that point. So it was like things lined up well, where it was like, well, I don't necessarily know if I want to work here anyway, and also I now am being declared unfit for work again, so I guess I'll just leave. Ah, dear. Like, I remember my brain not do that. A little unhinged, being generous there. I know, right? I worked at a Tina Lady call center. Okay, I opened a dealt with the post. I got a complaint letter from the lady that used Tina Lady for urine and her period. What? One of the regulars before he got banned was an old man who tried literally every single front worker got fired. Oh my god. Fired at least once. He came in twice a week as a rite of passage. He tried to get my work friend fired because she stopped the newspaper he buys one slot to the left where it normally was. Again, some people, it's not the majority of customers, but like some people are just unhinged. They're weird and they're not well adjusted to society, and they maybe are having some problems. Because it is not normal to act in that way in public. Like, I'll say it. I'll shame you if you are making retail life hard for people. Oh dear. Yeah, I had some people angry say ma'am to me, and I'm like, bruh, bruh. I'll talk about this one. I had a woman refuse for me to service them because I was a lesbian and she didn't want me looking at her child. So I had, I will say, a lady go to my manager and be like, that woman isn't serving me because I'm not having a lesbian like her helping my child. Absolutely not. And I was just there like... Bear in mind, I'm not lesbian. I've never claimed to be lesbian. I just had like a shaved head at the time, which also, by the way, was because my hair was coming out. But you know, sure, yeah, clearly, I got the vibes, obviously. But yeah, my manager completely shut her down, I will say. So basically saying, well, that is our fitter today. If you do not want to be fit, you can go somewhere else. I felt very smug after that. I will say I have had some pretty good managers. And so like, whenever a customer's gone to my manager with something like that, they're like, well, we're not serving you then. Suck it. But yeah, shaved head definitely equals lesbian. It's such a weird stereotype because like, especially, you have to bear in mind, I worked somewhere where we dealt with a lot of cancer patients. We did breast cancer fittings. Yes, we had regular fittings there as well, but we were known as a place you would be sent straight from hospital to go to. So a lot of people would go there for like professional assistance anyway. But yeah, we did cancer fittings. We did lots of cancer fittings. Post-cancer, pre-cancer. That's what we did. So coming at me for having a shaved head, it's like, I'm sorry, are we all lesbians? Maybe. But maybe it's just a lot of people here have cancer. I don't know. Also, Lewis, good morning. I hope you're doing well. My God. It was something. It was a something. But yeah, my manager very much was like, nah. We had other fitters that day, but yeah, it is the kind of vibe with if you screw over one of us, none of us will help you, because we don't have to help you. You can go somewhere else. People come to us because they know that we have proper like training with the NHS and stuff. You go somewhere else if you're going to be like that, though. I can see you giving off those vibes. But like, what vibes? Because like, yes, obviously you do have stereotypical people in the LGBT, but most of the time you can't tell just by looking at someone. Like, the idea that you can tell someone's sexuality by looking at them, like, there are times maybe you can, especially if you go to like a pride festival. But outside of that, when people are wearing work uniforms, shaved head doesn't mean anything. Like, it's stereotype. How are you? I'm good, thank you, Lewis. We're talking about like silly and weird retail stories right now. I hope you're doing well. And I'm doing an embroidery of a few of the people's OCs from this community, myself included. Ah, dear. Filth. Absolute filth. Wait, what was the quote? If you don't have a piss fetish, I don't know why you're here. Strong starting words. Hell yeah. It's really funny when people would try and get my attention and yell my back was turned by yelling, sir. And everyone goes, oh, sorry, ma'am. It's like, wrong on both friends. Oh dear. If anyone... Okay, I didn't mind if people called me like ma'am or whatever like that, but girl, I won't respond to that. The amount of people that would come in and think, like legitimately think that me, a human being, will respond to girl. No, I'm not responding to that. You can click girl somewhere else. Oh dear. It's just rude, and there's no again, I just think it's people that are not well socially adjusted, because like in reality, if you do that to someone, you're asking for trouble. You're lucky I'm at work. You know what? I not normally, but maybe you can, and if you can, hell yeah, that's a cool place to work. Every gay guy I know has had an incredible gaydar. Yeah, I mean, some people can, I guess, tell, but again, I don't like the idea that you can just tell by looking at someone, and what I'm talking about, I guess, is somebody looking at me and assuming that I'm a lesbian. And I don't like that, because first of all, you're wrong a lot of the time, you know, and second, it can be quite offensive. You might not mean it to be offensive, but it also can be really dangerous. Like, say if I was like, I can tell that you're gay, and your family aren't pro-LGBT, that could put you in a lot of danger. So it's not just like the, oh yeah, you can always tell kind of vibe, which by the way, I hate. The amount of times people have come into my channel and been like, you're trans, we can always tell. Okay. But yeah, the we can always tell mentality, don't like it. I think that belongs in the past. Ah, dear. Girl, no. I mean, maybe if they click, no, actually, I think if they click womaned me, I still wouldn't go. It's either when I try to look masculine, people still call me ma'am. Like, I know I'm small, but men can also be short. Hell yeah, they can. Crazy that people come in different shapes and sizes. Whoa. Whoa. Various ones that elderly people just were acting, asking if I was girl or boy. I was like, I'll get back to you on that. Most their head explode. I don't think, weirdly, and I think it's just to do with where I worked, the elderly were chill as hell. Like, you know, they normally had breast cancer like 30 years ago, they'd had it a while ago, they had old stuff, they just wanted some assistance. 99% of the time, the elderly people that I spoke to were so chill. It's the middle-aged ones. And some young people as well. Always really disappointed when it comes from someone near my own age. It's the younger people. The elderly, never had an issue with them. They were just happy to be there. But the young, they were normally the assholes, to be honest. Eden, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. You're not a lesbian? Can't be surprised. I thought Shiny is a woman. Nah, Shiny a bloke. Ah, dear. Also, I have the massive bisexual flag behind me. wait a sec. I mean, maybe you can't see the last. Wait, no, you can. Eden, what am I doing this for? If not to blatantly shout my sexuality from the rooftops. Oh my god. 10 out of 10. Oh. Transvestigators have a hit rate of like 1,000% somehow. Well, yeah, it's because it's the idea that women can't have naturally more masculine features and men can't have naturally more feminine features. Like, it does happen. Like, we know this. This is common fact. I don't understand how all of this happens because, like, it shouldn't come as a surprise at this point, I don't think. But yeah, it's the idea that women can't have masculine features and men can't have feminine features, wherein most people have a mixture of both. Like, regardless of your sexuality or gender, most people have slightly more masculine and slightly more feminine features. So it's about picking those specific ones and assuming your gender because of it. So for me, we had it a lot when I was slightly newer to streaming. We had a lot of people come in and like assume that I was trans and be transphobic because, again, they'd assume that I was trans. And it's like, no, you've just picked out the fact that I maybe don't dress up a lot for stream. And again, it can be as small as that, as like just not dressing up, and people will then make those kind of assumptions. I have like, I guess I have like kind of low brows. And so maybe that's why. I am a hairy lady, but you can't really tell that on stream. So I don't know. That's the only one I can assume is probably to do with my brows being a bit lower. I don't have a super strong jawline, so I don't think it's that. I assume it's the top half of my face. I don't know. Low brows is a masculine thing, technically, because men have a extra protruding bone here, which women don't have, which can make it appear like your brows are lower. For me, obviously, I'm a woman. I don't have that protruding brow thing, but my brows are low, so sometimes it can give the illusion of it. Science. Science. Oh god, what happened? Put me back. I was trying to read chat. Are you being sarcastic? I'm sorry. Oh dear. I don't understand why they try that. You'd think after the 5th or 6th that they'd give up. I know. You're totally asexual, we couldn't tell. Oh yeah. I mean, they probably don't even realize that exists. Oh dear, the pink's not that visible. Yeah, that must be what it was. Wear those dress shoes with dickless hidden platforms. Oh, nice. Most of my quill are retired and they have been wonderfully open to me. A genderqueer tattooed foul mouse quilter turns out to be, they care more about the quilt than anything else. Yeah, see, this has been my experience with the elderly. You just don't care most of the time. Like, you do get the odd person, but like 99% of the time, they just don't care. They're retired, they're living their best life. It's the younger ones. You woman, that's new. I thought you were a jelly. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's a secret. Ah, dear. You're human? You, shh, that's a secret. Don't tell anyone. They're just trying to upset you or see the LGBT tag. Well, I don't use the LGBT tag, specifically because most of the hate against me back in the day was trans hate. And because I myself am not trans and it was creating like a lot of hate around that, I removed the tag really quickly because I can say, you know, you're wrong, I'm not transgender like 1,000 times, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's upsetting me. If the things people are coming in and are saying are upsetting the community, that's fine. That's enough for me to like get rid of it. I would like to have the LGBT tag on my streams, but from my experiences, at least from what's happened with me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me because, yeah, it ends up creating a lot of targeted hate towards transgender people. And while that doesn't affect me personally, I know that it could affect people in the community. And so I just don't do it. I just don't do it. And it sucks that it's like that, but I would much rather not have the tag and not have those comments in my chat. Because again, they're not at me. I can take criticism at me, I can take people being rude to me, but I don't like seeing it happening towards members of the community. We're meant to be a chill, relaxing place. I don't want that vibe here, and I would rather just not have the tag, unfortunately. Think there are male and female bones? Yeah. I mean, there are differences, but just to be very clear, there's very little that, you know, surgery wouldn't fix or change, I guess. Like, if you wanted a stronger brow, you can just have like a Botox implant across there and it will make the same appearance, if that's what you want. Not everyone does. There are times where I'm like, that would be kind of fun, but I haven't. I would never bully you. Thanks, Grubbit. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Super hate raiders going after the tag. Yeah, it's like, the reason now is that I keep tags where I know, like when people see like I've got invisible disability on there, my thought process here is that, well, if people target me for being disabled, I could just be like, well, that's targeted at me. And then I can do a rebuttal kind of thing, or I can just block them, which is what I normally do. But I could, in theory, rebuke that because I'm like, well, but I am. But when people come at me for being trans, I'm not trans. It's just creating hate in the community that it's like targeted at other people more than it's targeted at me. Basically, I want to be the target of hate. I don't want anyone else here to be the target of hate. Target me. I thrive on it. Brow bulge. The brow bulge. You know, that's it's top tier on my list of things I look for. Man or woman. How much should their brow be bulging? Yeah, see when the skin is removed and you're looking at the bones, but not before. Oh, yeah, that's it. It's like you need to remove the skin. And like, maybe then you could say that, well, we can always tell, but only in that one situation where you've removed someone's skin. And I think at that point there are more pressing issues. Like, male skulls and female skulls are different because because they honestly think it's true when it's just your fat that makes your face different. Oh, is it? Nice. Oh dear. At the end of the day, again, I stand by. You could, like, I'm a cis female. I've always been a cis female. I'm still a cis female. And there are masculine parts on my face. And my body. You know, or more masculine seeming things. I think that's the other thing. Because, like, for instance, being really hairy, that's seen as a male thing. But, like, a lot of women are pretty hairy as well. Stuff like that. Stuff that you would consider masculine. I have quite a bit of it. But I'm a cis woman and I've always been a woman. Sorry. You can't always tell, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Like the late I can never say that. I always read it's Nathaniel. It's not Nathaniel. Neanderthal. That's how you say it. The latent Nathaniel gene. Oh dear. Suppose like women have 10% visibility X and the true number left. But the thing is, I'm sorry about to simplify this. Who is looking at people in the street like that? Like, I'll be honest. If you're going into the street and you're like 10% this, 2% this, 1% this, it's like you have a problem. You have a problem that you should probably seek actual help for, because why do you care so much? There is so much else to care about in this world. Like, get some passions, get some hobbies, literally do anything else. Like, why do you care? There is so much else you could care about. Why that? Who's Nathaniel? That's 10% of your genes, Grobbit, is Nathaniel genes. Yeah. Sorry that I had to be the one to break it to you, but you are 10% Nathaniel. Buttholes, yeah. People confuse masculine and feminine for male and female, and that's just not the case. Yeah. Yeah. As I said, my face will change because of the hormones and the fat. Ooh, really? Are you taking pictures every few weeks then, so that you can see it? Because sometimes those small changes you won't see otherwise. Have you started taking some progress pictures? Not necessarily to share or anything, but just so you have them yourself so that you can see them when they happen. Also, we get a little body there. Look at this little boy. Look at his bean. Nathaniel is inside me. Only 10% though. Only 10% of Nathaniel is. D Nathaniel A, my dudes. Yeah, that's what it is. It's D Nathaniel A. It's the myth that not the myth, the truth that schools don't want to tell you is that you are all 10% Nathaniel. I might, hell yeah. Or you know, with small changes over time, I always feel like having some photo evidence can make them more obvious, because they'll probably otherwise be more obvious to everyone else than you, right? And since you're the one who's doing it, you should be able to see the benefits too. Oh dear. But then maybe that's just me, who has spent a lot of time at the doctors with things changing, and who is always like, take pictures. Watch the changes as they happen. And now I'm like, it's become me. I'm the person who's now saying that. Take pictures. Watch the positive changes as they happen. Oh dear. You really do need to take photos. People swear by it. The changes are so gradual that you can't perceive them. Yeah. Like literally. It takes a while, but like the thing is, it might look like it's taken a while for you, but then to everyone else it might not be. So it'd be good if you're up to date. Take pictures. And again, not for anyone else, just for yourself. Just for yourself. You don't have to share them. But you keep them for you, and then you can look at them and be like, yeah, happy days. I'm really more excited about my voice changing. Hell yeah. Oh dear. The people that really cheese me off, the people who like talking about gay people is going to tell their kids gay. Like, I heard about World War's going on. I have yet to invade Poland. Yet. I see the yet in that sentence. Hold on. Yet? I guess you never say never, but I hope that you don't invade Poland anytime soon. Yeah, it's very silly. And it's all based in like bias and being against people, but not wanting to seem like you're against people and yada yada yada. I don't know, it's all very silly. It's a shame that it happens though, because it does have such a big negative effect on people. Oh dear, there's no reason to wait for. I ran into a friend I haven't seen in 2 years and they said X. Yeah! Be the friend who takes your photos. Okay, I am gonna need to get some new thread because I'm getting a little bit low. Like I'm managing, but only just. That being said, I've got the face in, so pretty happy. Look at that. Got a little friend here. Second friend is on their way. I'm gonna have to drink my tea. Nervous Corvid. Poland is busy being awesome. Go to France instead. France has its own problems right now. I wouldn't go for France. Leave France be. France has enough on its plate right now, exactly. Actually, if you'd like to invade the United Kingdom, then you can come say hi. Come over here so that you can come say hi while you're invading. Be like, oh, hello. Things trans can affect your kids with trans. It's like, yeah, no. But listen, I saw someone talking about this the other day, and it's super true. People always make these assumptions when something is newer to them. So like, if we're talking about like, what, 30, 40 years ago, not even that long ago, like 20 years ago even, people saying talking about depression has made more people depressed. And like, you know, talking about being gay, not gay, well, yeah, probably gay, but I'm thinking more of like autism and stuff like that, is making my kid autistic and stuff like that. And like, you look back at those people now and you're like, you're crazy. You're mad. Are you educated? And I'm very hopeful that eventually, like, I think there will often always be some people who will have a stigma against you, whether you like it or not. And they're not worth having in your life, those people. But eventually, I think those people will be looked at like the weirdos. Yes. In this situation as well. Because there's always people saying things like, oh, back in my day, no one was autistic, and that's a new thing. And it's like, no, back in your day, no one was diagnosed. And like, back in my day, no one was trans. No, back in your day, people were killed for being trans. So nobody said they were, you know? It's nothing to do with the numbers, it's entirely to do with how they are treated. Or not treated in some cases. So like, I'm hopeful that it will be the same kind of, eventually, the same kind of route with this as well. Where the people that stand so firmly against it are just seen as weird, crazy people. One day. Oh yeah, come invade England. You'll have already, yeah, like we hate ourselves. Come invade us. Oh dear. We're the perfect example of a place to invade because we're already not happy. Oh dear. I do actually have family in the UK. Oh hell yeah. It's alright. Well, it's okay. It's better when it's not raining, which is a lot of the time. Oh dear. You know, the place with the prison. Oh god. Instead of left-handedness going, oh yeah, back in my day, no one was left-handed. It's like, no, people were beaten for being left-handed. You were seen as a devil child, so yeah, no, people were left-handed. You just had to hide it. Oh, love that. Oh, dear. Don't invade us, you don't want to get the farms mad. Even our government is scared of them. Oh, dear. Yeah, you should. No, honestly, I think that you should just invade us. Invade us. You know what? We'll welcome you. Don't come here. All right, I need to do the little. I've got the little measuring tape. Instead of having it on this bean, I've got it on the bird on the hat because I thought it showed it off a little bit more since it was kind of like high up in the design. So I'm gonna put that in there. Have measuring tape on the hat. Bird. Go. Oh. There you go. Sorry, I somehow managed to stitch through the knot, which is relatively impressive, but a bit of a pain. There we go. Would you settle for a polite bothering? We do mild nuisance really well. Yeah, you're all good. We can do that. We can do a mild bothering. Okay. And think the measuring tape might be a little bit obscure because it's so thin, and obviously this is not a high detail drawing, but I've done my bestest. I wanted to have it in somewhere just because it's a part of the design on the original. But yeah, it's maybe not the most obvious, but I gave it a good shot, you know? Giving it my best. It'll be alright, but I don't want to start talking about carbon emissions and how bad it'll make them bad. Oh dear. I'm trying to think of like, what annoys British people? I will say, one thing that I do see a lot of is like, British people don't like talking about money. And I never really thought about it until I did. And then it's like, yeah, British people don't really like talking about money. Like, people don't like talking about how much they earn or how much they have. I think a lot of that is just staying safe, and it's best not to. I mean, either you're broke, or you don't mention it. Like, you just don't talk about it. And yeah, I saw that posted somewhere else, and I was like, you know, now that you've said it aloud, weirdly, I don't often agree with stuff like this, but I do kind of agree. We really just don't talk about money here. Ah, dear. And that's just not a thing. Hello, Cicada, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We are doing a little embroidered piece of the cadets from this community who entered into Chroma. We didn't get in. I don't think any of us got in, but we all made these cool cadets for it, and I thought it'd be nice to embroider like them together. So my one's the one in the middle. This is Anime's. Technically, the one on the hat and the one biting Sonne is also Anime's, and then you have Sonne on the right side there. So yeah, we have a little community embroidery before all the difficult ones start. How do farmers feel about plutonium? No idea. I have to ask. It's true. Yeah, we really don't like talking about money here. And like, I kind of get why, because I was also raised not to talk about money, but like, it would be easier, I think, sometimes if people did talk about it. I think sometimes it would be easier. Cadets, yeah, that's what they were called. So we all entered into something called Chroma Core, where you build a cadet, like an original character, and yeah, it's not like necessarily like a training cadet, it could be anything. Like, Anime has this like kind of bird hybrid person with like this massive skull on their head. I had like a medic in training who grows mushrooms on his back, which actually I should probably draw in. I didn't draw them in initially, but I should. And Sonne had like a angel paladin style kind of person. So yeah. What does pollution? Yeah, how do they feel about pollution? Not happy, I'm assuming. The whole stiff upper lip makes getting help a lot more difficult. Yeah, there's definitely a just don't mention if you're in trouble, especially if you're in financial trouble. And then it's like, well, what do you do then? And also when it comes to seeking help, because we don't talk about it, there's no like guide on like what people are meant to do. It's just struggling. It's just one of those, I guess, more traditional things that I'm not very keen on. I think having a more of an openness about money, earnings, and like expenditure is awkward as it feels a lot of the time, to me at least. I think it's important, but that's just me. That's just me. That's what I think. The British public does not have to agree. Where is the mushrooms going to be actually? Because he'll normally have one on his shoulder, like there. And then one behind, which I think would be visible. And then one on this side. And do that. And then, of course, the big one behind. Should probably get that actually in. I forgot that he had all these mushrooms on his back. Oh dear. What an effort to have less pollution. So, I was kind of saying that I think about, do you also not talk about money? Yeah, actually, hands up if you live in a country where talking about money is taboo. Like, you don't do it. It's bad etiquette to talk about money. Whether it be earnings or, like, I think as well to an extent, not just earnings, but physical possessions and stuff like that. You just don't talk about it. Like, you keep that to yourself. Just out of curiosity. Because here it's definitely a thing. Wouldn't be surprised if it's elsewhere as well. Last in the key of our local dog park used to be a toxic one. No! The dogs deserve better. How dare? Although I'm glad they have a pot, but how dare? Okay, get that through there. There you go. Weird. Hard to change the way of working because there's also 2 seconds. Sorry, I can feel something annoying. Where is it? Oh, it's that. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I was worried for a second. I was like, I feel so moving weirdly. Is there like a bug on me? No, it's fine. It's like one of those chords. Oh dear. That's what about old grumpy people. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Also, what would happen if you won if you entered? If you entered, then it's not like a monetary competition. It's like a pride thing, really. But if you got in, then you're entered into like a battle royale of artists where you all are doing daily prompts and trying to be the last man standing. Yes. So like, I would have liked it because I'm a very competitive artist. Like, I find competition really helps with my art. But even if you don't get in, you can still do the daily prompts, which is what we'll be doing because, again, I want to still give it a try and I want to improve as an artist, and I feel like doing daily prompts is not a bad idea. And doing it with hundreds of other people is, like, I guess, kinda, you know, it's supportive. I appreciate that. The only thing I'm a bit sad about is that not a single traditional artist got in again this year, and I don't know if a single traditional artist has ever gotten in. And I would have really, it didn't have to be me. There were a couple of other artists that did traditional that I really enjoyed. I would have really liked to have seen at least one traditional artist get in for something a little bit different, because there's 40-something digital art entries, and don't get me wrong, they're really good. Every single one of them is fantastic. But I don't know, it would have been like a pretty cool variety, I think, if they'd have picked at least one. Because it's so different working in traditional. There's a lot of different limitations. Like one of which being that you have to physically have all of the stuff to make the art. Oh dear. But no such luck. I do wonder as well, potentially, and like if this is the case, I definitely don't blame them. Because the people that are judges for it are all digital artists, if maybe they were avoiding traditional art just because it would be more difficult to judge them. Because it's not like that they personally do. There's a part of me that wonders if maybe traditional art wouldn't have had a chance because of that. Because like some of the stuff I saw, like someone made a whole goddamn sculpture. Like, what? Like, it was very impressive stuff. But if they couldn't fairly judge it, I could kind of understand why you wouldn't include it, because it wouldn't be fair. So there's a part of me that wonders if it's that. But yeah, it's not to say that the people that didn't get in weren't fantastic, because they absolutely were. Like, every single piece of art was phenomenal and standout. I was very impressed. I mean, I'd seen a lot of them and I'd heard a lot of them already because, you know, I've been keeping up to date. But it was nice to see them get in. And there were a lot of people that I was really cheering on. Like, when Fish got in, I was really happy. When Galupa got in, I was really happy. So yeah, there were people that I was, like, cheering on. I was like, hell yeah, I'm glad that they got in, because their work was really good. Wow. Yeah, I was also bummed there was no traditional art. Yeah, I do think traditional art has a disadvantage when shared digitally. Well, yeah, I mean, I get what you mean, yeah. I do think though, I mean, can I show you guys my entry? Because I was pretty pleased with how it looked. I know that it was photographed. What I will say is they didn't show this entry in the what do you call it? So if you look at the standouts, you actually don't see my entry. You see one of the 4 hoops that I did. Also, Hawk, thank you for the hydrate. I will hydrate, actually. Yeah, you only see one, like, a small part of my entry. You don't see the whole thing, which I also... I don't know. I feel like that might not have helped in my case, because, like, it looks like I just did one embroidery hoop, when in reality, where does my entry? My entry looked like this. If I get that up. Oh, wait, why is it so big? Big photo. Big photo. Oh my god. Help. You can see the stitches in high detail right now. You can see the weeds of the fabric. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are you so big? Okay, we're getting it down, we're getting it down, we're getting it down. There you go. This was my entry. But that's not what shows in the... if you look at the standouts. So it looks like I only did 1 hoop, but I did 4. 3 of which were in this one, which I thought put them together quite nicely, but I guess not. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe they didn't pick this one because they didn't like these ones as much. But I thought these kind of were pretty okay. Oh, thank you for the pulse tick as well. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. 4K extra HD. Yeah, turns out I had them really zoomed in. I think they chose the one in the picture they like the most. Yeah, I just think it's a shame because it doesn't really show a lot of the skills up close. Like, I think these ones really show how I use light and stuff a lot better. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not holding it against them. I completely understand if that's the one they preferred, but I feel like as an artist, these ones maybe show my work a little bit better. These are cool, thank you. I have them behind me right now. It's the kind of embroidery art I tend to do with stuff like that. And I'm very pleased with them. And honestly, I'm still really happy with the response that I had from the community. Because again, there was a part of me that just assumed that I'd absolutely get beaten into dust. And no, people were really, really nice about it. A lot of them really liked it, and I'm really, really pleased. But yes. Ah, dear, some more made amazing art and then you only saw one of their arts. Yeah, I know. And it's like, man, it would have been nice to see like the whole collage. I wish they'd picked this photo for me, or like the other one which had 3 hoops rather than the only photo I submitted with 1 hoop. I guess that's a learning experience. Next time I'll make sure none of them only have 1 piece of art on them, because I want people to see the range of what I do. But it doesn't matter because I'm still going to be taking part in the weeklies, so it's not like I'm missing out on anything. It just means the competition isn't there as much. Unless we try and win from Watch Out, but I don't think that's a thing that happens. That being said, again, I'm really pleased with the people that they did pick, because there was a lot of the people that I had been watching and I was really glad to see they got through, and very well deserved. Like, so much work and effort went into them. Oh dear. Oh, I think I should get rid of this actually. There you go. Get rid of that. Sorry. Just leaving that on screen. Hope you're doing well too. I'm doing good. Yesterday was a bit of a day, but I knew it was going to be a bit of a day. So I'm doing much better now that yesterday is over. It's just one of those days. It's just like a lot going on and a lot that I had to keep an eye on, and you know, it just gets to you. That was yesterday for me. I was like, ugh. And then at the end of the day, I was like, now I'm gonna watch this, which I did enjoy, to be fair. It did kind of relax me at the end of the day, watching everyone get in and seeing a lot of the people that I'd been following get in. But, oh my god, it was such a long day. There we go. Okay, let's get this under here, and I'm going to need more black again. More outlining. There we go. Look at his little face. Look at his little face. Hell yeah, now you got 2 little faces. Actually 3 if you include the bird up top. Who done it? Who done it? Scott, thank you! We like to party. 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 The finger bus is coming, and everybody's jumping. Beyond to San Francisco, an interstate free disco. The wheels are still are turning, and traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, come on and move your body. Thank you for the party. Yeah, they did choose some amazing artists. I'm very excited to see what the first prompt will be. I'm wondering if it's going to be like landscapes again. Landscapes is one of the few ones where I'm like a little bit more nervous to do it because it takes up a lot of space.
Here's a story.
Good, thank you for blue. Weirdly, I thought the first. Why did I think that last one was blue? I'm getting very confused. I'm like, oh yeah, we like to party. That's blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen to. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, There we go. Dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Oh dear, thank you for the blue. There we go. Right, we're gonna keep building up the ones behind him. Oh, no. Actually, Shifty, if you're still there, are you planning on doing the daily prompts? Or no, not for you. I don't know if you're still doing the art every single day as well, to be fair, because if you're not, it might be kind of a bit out of the blue to suddenly start. Ask isn't bad, but I'd like to get feedback on how to do better. Yeah, I might, but probably not. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it's a lot to commit to be fair. So understandable. Those out of there. Oh, there's still one in there? There you go. Not anymore. Alright, let's get Sonne's hat in. I wasn't sure if Sonne's character was bold, but I've had a little bit more look into it. Actually, if I'm doing Sonne's, let me get off animes and go over to Sonne's. I've been looking a bit more, and I do think they actually do have some hair just down the side. I just missed it. I thought we were bold buddies, but it turns out I'm the only bold character. Got so many projects I need to work on. Got to finish the first task commission. Ooh, nice! Hell yeah! Ah, dear. Yeah, I'll probably open up commissions again soon because I've got a bit further along now. Like, I finished Crackles. Crackles, you should be able to see on Crackles' channel soon, which is very exciting. And I want to get Dames finished, and then I can rig my own. But I might open for commissions for now because both of those are, like, more casual ones where it's like I'm doing them for fun. So they don't take priority over a commission anyway. I'll probably open those back up again. I might just take the one or something for now. Just while I'm doing this, because they do take quite a while. Yeah, I might open those up again. Yeah, I might as well. I got the space for one. I could open up one. Ah, dear. You might also see mine soon. Ooh! Hell yeah. Oh yeah, did you... Because you were getting your... Was it a PC? Has that all gone through? I hope that it has. Very exciting. Ow! I just did the same thing which cut it in the first place. It's when you grab the needle and you flick, and so like you end up pushing the needle into your hand, but like sideways. So not like at the pointy end. And so it doesn't normally cut you, but sometimes if you go hard enough, it leaves a dent that will make you bleed. That's what's happening where I'm like, you can hear that kind of flicking noise. It's that, unfortunately. I feel like it doesn't happen that often, but like when it does, it's like, ah, shoot. Now I need to get this sorted out. The bit on top of Sonny's, which is in gold, I'm not going to do that in black. I am just going to do that in gold. So I'm just going to leave the outline there and come back to it. The Maple, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I'm good, thank you. I'm doing a little embroidery of some of the OCs from the community, which took part in Chroma. So I'm doing like a little group photo of the three of us. So me, Sonne, and Anime. Although technically Anime's in there like 3 times because they're all of the little birds. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And it's nice. It's just like a little wholesome thing before we properly start. We embroider some OCs from the community. We're doing them like small though, like more cartoony because I'm using like a smaller hoop and I want to get all 3 of them in the same one. So they're losing a few of their details. If you want to see the detailed shots, you pop in the Discord. Sonne's is in the live stream chat and Anime's is in the art channel. That way you can see them like for how detailed they're meant to be, because I've definitely removed details for the purpose of getting them small. Sorry, my lungs are feeling a bit packed up because I cleaned yesterday. Actually, do you mind chat amongst yourself for a second? I'm just gonna have like a good wheeze off to one side and see if I can clear them at all. Sorry about that. I think I'm a little better now. Yeah, it's whenever we what do you call it, like clean, like when there's dust in the air, it always really gets to my lungs. So the next couple days, I normally wheeze like nothing else. And there's only so much you can unfortunately do about it. It is what it is. I have like one lung, effectively. So dust gets to me very quickly. And so I have like a little bit of dust and it goes a long way. Even though yesterday, I wouldn't say I did anything particularly dusty. I did more sorting, but it probably did mean going through some old drawers and stuff, so... It is probably my own fault, to be honest. Gonna build today! Yee! Enjoy yourself. I hope that it goes well and it's not too stressful or anything. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! I always find setting up a new PC, to be honest, to be a little stressful because obviously you're transporting all of your data over and getting everything set up for the first time is kind of like nerve-wracking. But it's good, and it'll be really useful, I'm sure. Oh, I have asthma and a cold at the moment, so I know how you feel. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't take very much, and I just all over the place with my lungs. It's fine. Garage update! We went and bought the 4 tiles. Work starts next week! Oh, how heckin' exciting! Gaia, good morning! Ah, dear. And Maple, oh, you left this, you're fine. You're all good, I get you. If you're on Twitch, you're probably in a lot of Discord communities, and it can get quite intense and overrun. You're all good. Do not worry about it. I do not hold it against you. If you need an ! Discord, we'll get you in. There we go. How are you doing? I'm okay. I'm a bit wheezy. However, I have cleaned. Everything is nice and organized now. And I have a background, kind of. It's a bit off to one side, but like background things. So now I've got ocean creatures, bisexual, and the art that I make. All in one shot. Hell yeah. I think that's a pretty good overarching explanation of what I do here. I do art, bisexual, ocean. I wanted to get some cosplay stuff there, but it didn't fit, so we'll get there eventually, but we're not quite there yet. Oh dear. Especially my turn of talking the way I talk. I'm quite sorry, but I'm a little emotional wreck based on, oh bless you! Take care of yourself, and no worries. Good surprise, hell yeah, surprise. I have a lot more things to identify myself. You joined again? Bisexual ocean art, yeah, that's my vibe, is bisexual ocean art. It's very specific, but you know, if it works for me, it's all good. I'm on 100 Discord servers? Scott, how do you keep up with 100? I barely keep up with like 10. How are you keeping up with 100? My god. Runa, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I do bisexual, sorry, art bisexual ocean. Yes, thank you. I'm glad somebody got it in the right order because I was about to mess that up again and say it in the wrong order. Ah, dear. Bisexual ocean art. That's me. Jelly, the bisexual ocean artist. Okay, get a little nose in there. Yeah, faces at this scale and embroidery is not the easiest, but we're gonna do our best to make it look like he's looking up. Hell yeah. How you doing? I'm okay. I'm wheezy today, Eleanor. I'm wheezy. But other than that, I'm good. Just wheezy. I'm gonna take wheezing breaks. One of those kind of days. We are drawing some of the OCs from this community, by the way, if you're wondering, what drawing? Drawing with Fred. Some of the OCs from this community, so this is Sonne, myself in the middle, and then anime, and then anime, and then anime. We all entered something called Chroma Corps, and none of us got in, but I wanted to draw all of our cadets together anyway, because I really liked them, and they're really cute, and I wanted a good shot of all of them together, so I'm doing a little embroidery of all of them. I had embroidered, I should have finished like a month ago. Ooh! Now might be a good time to bring it back. Get back on it. Hell yeah, you can embroider along with us. The embroidery bodies, I guess it could be worse. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're doing alright. I'm glad you're doing alright. Ah, dear. There we go. Yeah, look, see, I don't know how obvious it is to you, but like, he's looking up. It's so hard at this scale, but they're both looking up, and they're meant to be looking at the little guy on the head, because I want to have some, like, light beams coming out of him. Jelly has cloned me, I have. I cloned you a few times, because I thought it looked good, and so... Yeah, I'm afraid you'll have to live with being cloned. I don't know what that means for you and your clones, but yes. I was a small burger because I was attempting to get the hang of it. Ooh! Oh dear, a small burger embroidery. I mean, that sounds kind. I like that. Listen, I like food. How'd I put it short? Basically, I got gifted a kitten by my friend. Oh, a kitten. Kitten. Hell yeah. I'm a wee wheezy too. Any cold now, I feel like headed since the virus is going like, yeah, that's the one thing. Like when you're wheezing a lot and then you're like, whoa, and now I'm dizzy. Because I've just been like, constantly. I love that. That's my favorite. My favorite bit is the getting high off the dizziness from just wheezing. 10 out of 10. Yay! She said sarcastically. It's not actually my favorite. I don't like it very much. I thought it was a croissant. A croissant. Not a croissant. Oh dear. As long as the idea of embroidering a map for one of the world building settings I've used. I haven't had, to be fair, embroidery is not always the quickest, but it would look really, really cool. Like, you know it would look really, really cool embroidered. Like, it would look sick. So, he's a small black and white colored Baloo. Oh, Baloo! Oh, so cute. Hell yeah. Oh, you're gonna have a lovely day chilling with Kitten. I'm sure they'll acclimatize and you'll be very happy. Hell yeah. At least I hope that you are. I love animals. Honestly, any animal, I'm just like, hell yeah. I hope they are happy and you are happy and everyone is happy. I should go just thank you. Oh, only if the kitten's okay with it. I'd understand if they needed a bit of time to settle, but when they're feeling photogenic, the Discord server is always there for you. As it is for anyone with an animal, may I say. If you have an animal that is feeling photogenic, the Discord server will always welcome your animal pictures. Always. Ah, dear. There we go. There we are, and get the little edgy bit of the coat. I will say once again, Sone's design, I have simplified it down just for embroidery. If you want to see it properly detailed, please do check out the live stream chat. That's where they've posted it in the Discord, because it is a lot more detailed than I'm giving it credit for. It's just that's how, you know, that's how embroidery at this scale goes. You have to kind of simplify it a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to look either very, very busy or none of the details will pop forward. So, it's okay. Ugh. I think it still shows that it's Sone though. Or Sone's character. It's not actually Sone. I don't think it is. I don't think I ever asked if it was based on them. We need to get some music streamers to raid you so they can appreciate embroidery. No, I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, I understand a lot of music streamers raid other music streamers. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Because a lot of people just want to chill out with like good vibes, right? And like, I'm not saying we're bad vibes, but we don't really do live music. And I can understand wanting to raid into another live musician and just, you know, continue that kind of vibe. Oh dear. The farm I go to has kittens! Hell yeah. Are they happy kittens? Are they happy to be like pet and stuff? Or are they more like, you know, we stick with mum kind of kittens? I think both kittens are good. I understand. Maybe Pokemon? Listen, if Pokemon ever wants to raid me, I would love it. I'd probably be a bit anxious, but I'd love it. Ah, dear. I think we stream at very different... Well, I guess they stream a lot more than I do as well, but I think we stream at very different times, though. If memory serves. You're very adept at reading chat and not drawing blood. It's you know, maybe I am bleeding. I just don't tell anyone. I don't draw attention to it. So I could be, like, pissing blood. Not pissing blood, that's not the right way of putting it. Blood could be running down my arms. Just as long as I don't acknowledge it, nobody sees it. So if I don't mention it, then nobody knows. Yes. That's the trick. Don't say, and then nobody knows. Oh, you're gonna get some Z's? Take care, look after yourself. I hope the Z's are good for you. Put them in the Discord. They're out without their mum now, so I need to catch them. Oh, they need to catch the ice when they grow up, but they have a wild kid. Let me have a look. Let me get this needle in here, and then I'm coming over for kittens, please. Oh, it's thinking about it. Oh, Look at them! Oh my god, the little knee kittens. Ah, the little socks as well. Oh my god, they're gonna be such good mouse catchers. You can tell. Look at those eyes. Hell yeah. Ah, dear. She's lost literal pints at this point. Yeah, but we don't tell anyone. And if we don't tell anyone, then nobody knows. Ah, dear. 99. Yeah, I'd get some good Z's. I hope they are good and deep Z's. Relatively dreamless, unless you get good dreams. I normally get good dreams. Oh, at least at the very least, I don't normally have bad dreams. I had one the other night though, which wasn't very good, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, like I was visiting someone in a hospital, and I'd brought them a piggy bank, but the hospital was kind of like alien isolation, so you kept having to crawl through the vents to get to like the places where the patients were being kept. So like I knew someone was on ward, whatever, and then I'd have to like climb through the vents to get there. And then when I got there, they took my gift off me, and they were like, "You can't give a patient a piggy bank." And I was like, "What?" And I woke up being very, oh my god, Quirky! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Where did you pop in? Welcome on in. I hope your stream went well. Sorry, I was literally just describing a dream that I had the other night. I hope you're doing good. How was your stream? Oh, thank you, Shifty. I see that you've got there already. Hi, Quirky and Geek. And we have Cameron and DVL and Scott, you're already here, but welcome on in. And 7R4 and Zalsect. And yes, we just got here. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. We're doing some embroidery artwork right now. So at the moment I'm making art, I guess like fan art of some of the community OCs. So this is Anime Boy Stars, this one was my one, and this is Some Art, who we're working on right now. We're doing a little fan art of the OCs all sat together having a good time. And these are OCs that we made for Chromacore, which we didn't get into, but we're still taking part in. Ah dear. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome. Biffle, hello, I have odd dreams too. Yeah, I was saying most of my dreams are not bad. They're just like, what does it mean? What does it mean? I don't know. You can't encourage patients to save money. I know, right? I bought them a piggy bank and they were like, no, you can't bring that here. And I was like, what? You've made me crawl through the vents to get to visit someone. And then you tell them I can't give them a piggy bank. What the heck? It's Zay. Oh, Zay, thank you. Welcome. And Zed, I thought it's Travis. Oh, Travis and Zay. Thank you. Oh, we have another Zay. We're going to have a Zay competition then. There can only be one. Oh dear. I hope you're doing good, Quirky. I'd love to know what you've been up to, but if you do need to Zoom, if you do need to go look after yourself, obviously please do. You're more than welcome to. Otherwise, what were you making and crafting today? In the meantime, I can show you what we've been working on, because I literally have it here. This was our entry. We didn't get in, but we've been making embroideries. These are all embroidered artwork. I have them behind me as well. And we're going to be making, ideally, an embroidery a day for the next month, based on prompts that we're doing online. So we're going to be doing a lot of embroidery. All of these were done in a day. This one will be done in a day as well. Like, I do a lot of this, so I'm relatively speedy with it. Yes, we're going to have so many embroideries by the end of the month. I wake up and think, that's not how it works. What the? Yeah. Like, I woke up the other day, like, and I went to Shiny, and I was like, Shiny, I'm sad. And they're like, it's 7 in the morning. Why are you sad? And I'm like, because in my dream, I had to climb through vents to get to see someone, and then they destroyed my piggy bank. It was technically card making, but it was mostly just conversing, yeah. I feel like that's a lot of... Makers and crafting is just chatting with extra steps most of the time, right? Where it's like, listen, we're here to make something, but it's still a successful stream as long as you have a good time. Yeah, this is what we've been doing. Card making sounds pretty heckin' cool. I know a couple people that do card making. I've never been very good at it myself. I think you need a real eye for design for card making. Because, like, I get it. Like, I get the steps to doing it. But when I try and do it, it never looks as good as everyone else's. And it feels like I'm following the same steps. I think you just need a good eye for design. Which maybe I don't have. Oh, dear. Ooh, I like it, though. Whenever I receive a handmade card, I'm always very chuffed. And Biffle, wonderful. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh dear. I don't feel because I don't know my side dream is not real, so and I don't need to solve the riddle. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, same. There have been many times where I've woken up and I'm like, oh, it's fine. Do you guys get realistic dreams though? Like dreams where like you take out the trash and then you wake up thinking that you've taken out the trash, but you haven't? Because I get a lot of those. I get a lot of dreams where I wake up in my normal bed and do my normal morning routine, and then I wake up again, and it's like, wait a second. Wait a second, what have I done? What do I need to do? Because I thought I'd done all this, but it turns out that I haven't because I was asleep. I get a lot of dreams like that, where, yeah, I think that I've done things and I've been like really proactive and organized. I wake up and then realize I have to do them all over again. It's like, great. And my motivation is even lower now because I feel like I've already done it and I haven't. Takes practice, a life of learning what not to do. Yeah, I guess that's the same with many crafts, isn't it? It's like the first time you do it, it's never going to look quite as good. And I've only ever done card making very, very casually. So like, because I have friends who do it, I can go to them and we do it together sort of thing. But yeah, they obviously make it a lot more. And a lot of them do sell their cards as well, so they are very, very good. Whereas I am but a hobbyist, so it makes sense. It wouldn't be as fun if you could just immediately be good at it, I guess. The practice is what makes it fun. I've had, I had gone to work dream, then realised I haven't, and instead I've overslept. Oh my god, I know, it makes me very anxious, the thought of oversleeping, to be honest. Oh, can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. And we used to do card making and once teaching a group to how to do a specific folding paper technique that gets with the card making. Next day, one of the students came back and asked why. We Googled, she found a lot of... Mim asked me and asked, what's teabag? Oh no. Wait, is there a card making technique called teabagging? Oh my god. Oh dear. I wanted to dream when my alarm went off, but really softly, so I started digging under my desk to find the phone, which is my alarm. Couldn't find it, so panic starts. And the moment my alarm goes, it's very softly, so I started digging under my bed. Oh no! That's... Oh yeah, that would stress the hell out of me. I can't sleep without an alarm, otherwise I might oversleep. If I don't have an alarm, guarantee, so I do the opposite. I wake up at like 5 and then I'm wide awake and I'm panicking because I don't have an alarm set. So if I don't have an alarm, I normally just only sleep a few hours. I think it's because my body can't relax because it thinks it has to wake up, right? Probably similar to you. But yeah, I need an alarm. Otherwise I just don't sleep. Then again, my alarm does go off relatively early. I like a routine, even on days where I'm not meant to be doing anything. It's like, get me up at 7. Otherwise, routine's out the window, and I need that routine. I need that. Give it back. Oh, pay for a technique. I'll find a link. Hey, nice. Let's throw the picture. Oh, we have you. Oh, let's see. I like to see. Oh, thank you, Cthulhu. I see that. That's very cool, actually. Wait, that's called teabagging. Oh my god, that's stunning. Oh. Wow. That's so cool. Oh, I love that. I love the ombre at the top. That's so pretty. A very important appointment, which was truly so. I needed to not miss the next level. Oh god. Yeah, your brain's just playing tricks on you there. You're getting joked with. I wake up early to beat my alarm, but I worry that I wake up too late, so I keep waking up early. Yeah, exactly. And then it's just not a nice sleep. I set my phone to vibrate with no sound. I do not need, to be fair, I don't have an alarm. My phone just vibrates in the morning and that wakes me up because I'm a very, very light sleeper. So I don't need a particularly loud alarm. It will wake me up. Oh dear. I woke up drenched, I can tell you that much. Oh god. Yeah, that's a very stressful dream. I hate waking up thinking I've missed my alarm. I check the time, it's like 3:21 AM and I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah. Oh dear. Be very specific when Googling it, I bet. Oh dear. God, that was a hell of a thing. When your body is being a gesture and just fooling you. Yeah. Most of my dreams are very stupid and mundane, I will say. Like, I don't have like a lot of very, very exciting dreams. There's one dream that I remember very, very vividly, but it did start out as a nightmare. And then you know when you go back to sleep and you continue the same dream? I had that happening a few times. So I think I'd woken up twice that night. And yeah, so I had 3 separate dreams of the same scenario. because I kept waking up and going back to sleep. And the first one was a nightmare, and then after that it wasn't a nightmare anymore, so I guess I got kind of lucky, but yeah. Paper folding technique, teabagging. Yeah, you need the extra stuff, otherwise you're gonna get some questionable results. I could see how that would happen. I had no idea there was a paper folding technique called that. It's very funny, to be fair. Okay, so Sonne, who we're doing right now, has a little like hand scythe. So just giving them their little hand scythe, which it's a curved object. Curved objects are generally not easy at this size, but I'll do it. I'll do it for Sonne. Problem solving, easy to solve when awake. Really? Huh. I had a nightmare 3 times, like in your entire life or in one night? They were saying it with tiny changes. Oh, okay. When I was little, I've only ever had one recurring dream, and it was when I was quite small, but I used to have a recurring nightmare where I'd wake up in the night and there'd be massive jack-in-the-boxes around me, and I'd be waiting for them to go off, and when they all went off, they'd all like flatten me, and then I'd die and wake up. Yeah, I had that. I think I was only like 6 or 7 years old at the time, but I remember having that dream like 10 or so times, and every single time like I'd wake up like screaming, and my parents would have to come check on me because I'd be like, ah! And they'd be like, oh my god, that dream again? And I'm like, yeah. I don't know why. I've never particularly been that afraid of jack-in-the-boxes, but that dream, oh my god. I'll always remember it. Oh dear. Honestly, I was like, why are you calling me? Why do you think I know? I mean, yeah, I do know it, Mum. Come on. Panthera, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We're embroidering some OCs from this community. My one's in the middle. I have Sonne on the right, and I have Anime on the left. I also have Anime on top and Anime biting Sonne's hand. We've cloned Anime for this. I'm really freaked out that I'm like, why do I have it again? Is it a sign? I mean, dreams are kind of interesting, right? I mean, we could have a little look up. If anyone wants to do some dream diving, we can do it. I'm in the middle of embroidery, but I can read and embroider at the same time. Do you want to do some dream diving? Anyone got a dream they'd like to volunteer? And we'll look into it. Oh, let me get the Google up. Let me get the Google. Dream meanings. Let's have a look. There we go. This is the one. Step door. Alright. Had the other way around when someone woke me up by calling me, so I picked up, figuring I would put my head down, have a conversation, and complete the conversation. I knew that much, but I did fall asleep again. I had to call the person back to find out what we'd agreed upon. Oh dear. I had a nightmare when 6 apes appeared. Oh, okay, well let's look at, should I try monkey? Because I think that might be easier than ape. Might be a bit specific. Monkey dream meeting. Ooh, okay, so we have baboon, chimpanzee, and I think just general monkey is gonna be it. So in Buddhist doctrine, the monkey mind is a phrase that's used to compare the mind being in a state of restlessness, disorganized, and unbalanced. Dreaming of a monkey is not far removed. It represents our inner critic that is hard to control. Monkeys may appear in our dream to show us immature behaviors, instincts, deceit, betrayal, playfulness, and childlike behavior. Well, there you go. Scott, does that help? How's this assisted you? Oh dear. Give me a positive Yelp review on my dream reading, please. I tried really hard. I typed in monkey and everything. I had a recurring dream when I'd be on primary school ground and there'd be this shadowy figure. Oh, in my periphery. Okay, let's look up shadow then. Shadow. The dark side shadow. Okay, so this is I'm assuming, yeah, this is probably the one we want. There's a few options every time I type it in. This sounds about right. The shadow is a psychological concept comprising of the rejected, unfamiliar, or unflattering traits that we see within ourselves. Ooh, okay. So, wait, I want to see, like, the meaning. 2 secs. Ooh. Oh, this one's quite an intense one. So more the shadow in different ways. Aspects of your personality or urges that evoke fear from our parents automatically become a threat. Unable to shine light on the dark inner traits, you're a victim of your own mind. God, that was quite an intense one. I'm sorry. I I didn't think it'd be quite that intense. Cicada, have you ever considered that you may be a victim of your own mind? Apparently. Sorry, that's quite an intense one. I guess some of them will have more intense meanings than others, be warned. Oh dear. Have a shower, like, oh, have a lovely shower. I hope you feel nice and refreshed afterwards. Hell yeah. Wait, and I met chipmunks? Chipmunks? We could have a look at chipmunks. Oh, sorry, I'm having a bit of an issue. Stop that, stop that. Okay. Chipmunks? How do you spell chipmunks? No, wait, how do you spell chipmunks? Oh, it's with a U. That'd explain it, not chipmunks. Chipmunks. Oh. I actually can't find chipmunks. I could try rodent. Squirrels. Rats. I don't know, I can't find anything. Sorry, anime, that dream meant nothing, apparently. It dreamt that Princess Diana and I were cleaning landmines. Let's try landmines. Nope, nothing. Do you want to try just mines? I think maybe this is just not the best website, huh? Let's try dream meanings. I'm gonna try a different website because I feel like mine should be in one. Oh, no, that's apparently not a secure website. God damn it. I just want a mine. Oh, okay, there we go. We got one. I've got the meaning of mine. You ready? It's a symbol of unconscious which contains precious and useful things, although that's the wrong type of mine. Oh, I don't know if I can go over this one. Let me try bomb. Sorry, for some reason, Cthulhu, your one's a little bit risque, and I'm not going to read that out on stream. We'll do bomb. A dream about a bomb can sometimes be triggered by a deeply disturbing experience in your waking life. Otherwise, your dream is trying to alert you to a potentially explosive situation. There you go. There you go. You used to dream about I used to dream about flying. I used to dream they got a haircut with the bald bit in the middle. Well, I'd imagine mines represent difficult situations. You'd be surprised, Shifty. Apparently, it means something very NSFW, and I am not going into that. You wouldn't think it. I definitely didn't. What to say about dreaming about space? I could find out what dreaming about space is. Space. Oh, okay, there's a few options. Do you mean, I'm gonna say you mean outer space, right? Like the universe, kind of, not like you want space. Do you want space, or do you want to be in outer space? Because there's a few different options. Yeah, well, which one do you want? Sorry, I need clarification on which one, anime. Outer space, okay. Let me get that. So, outer space. I can already see a bit of a... There you go. To dream of outer space represents your creativity. This space may indicate that something or someone in your life has just come out of nowhere. So it seems like it's a creative-based one, which would make a lot of sense for you, anime, since you are doing a lot of more creative-based things. Yeah, if you dream about space, you're dreaming about creativity. You're also dreaming as a symbol of subconscious reaching for further, so you want to expand your creativity. Heavy knocks on the door. Your internet activity is being monitored. Good. Fantastic. I love it when I'm being monitored. 10 out of 10. Oh dear. She was trying to tell me she was pregnant and then she died. Oh. Oh. Spooky. I don't think you need me to tell you that's a spooky dream. That's a spooky dream right there. I mean, I dreamt about a hospital. What does hospital dream mean? Let's do my one. Unless it's NSFW, in which case I'm not doing it. Hospital. I didn't dream that I was in hospital. There's a few different types. It was just a standard hospital. It wasn't like anything else. Entering a hospital may represent concerns about your health and even suggest you need to recover from a serious illness. It may bring attention to the power of subconscious to heal and bring back balance to the body. It may also signify the need to surrender to being cared of. But I wasn't the one in hospital. No. I guess it just means I'm worried about being ill. I mean, I am disabled, so I guess that's not super far off. If I do as a writer, I'm gonna knock on the door because there's internet searches for a book. Oh god, really? Like, people actually do that? I guess it kind of makes sense that things would be monitored to an extent, but geez, kind of spooky. What to say about I think it will say just friends. If you're okay with me looking up just friends, it has to be relatively vague, and then it kind of narrows it down. But I can search friends for you. Have you had a dream about friends? Most of my dreams are very stupid and really like dreaming about avocados and stuff like that. And it's like, listen, I don't think there's anything for me to gather that's like deep and meaningful about my dream about avocados. If anything, I think it probably just symbolizes the fact that I would like to eat more avocados, but they're kind of expensive. Oh dear. There we go. I've also had a dream about friends and dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain? Let me have a look. We'll do friends first, and then we'll do dance. We'll do rain. Friends. Oh, okay, there's a lot. We'll do friends and friendship, because that's a bit more, yeah. Friends often highlight a particular part of our own personality that we need to look at and perhaps understand and comes to terms with in a different way. The concept of friendship appearing in dreams clarifies how we relate to each other. And friends appearing in our dreams can signify one of two things. Firstly, that we need to look at our relationship with that particular person, and secondly, we need to decide what that friend represents for us. Childhood friends may signify innocence, whereas a best friend might be an indication of what is best for us. There you go. I had a dream I was eating a friend. Okay, cannibalism? I don't know how to spell cannibalism. Cannibal. I think I can spell though. Cannibal? Oh. There you go, there you go. Cannibal. No? I don't know if cannibal might not... Surely. Oh, there's three. Cannibalism. Why is it Cthulhu? All of your ones I cannot read. It's immediately obvious that this is going to be NSFW. Sorry, Cthulhu. If you want to know what that means, you're going to have to look it up yourself. I will not be reading that out on stream. Oh dear. Which one of the latest toys for iOS gives a lot of info about Shifty 34 months from that. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, when you're hungry. No. Bomb, friends, cannibalism. Well, friends one was fine. The cannibalism one is the one where I refuse to read it aloud. Sorry, not doing that. That's a crossing a line for me. Hello, of course my dreams are NFW. Yeah, why are you picking all the ones that like end up being ones I can't read, huh? Targeted. This is targeted. I can't read any of yours. Even the ones that you wouldn't assume. Nope. What other dreams have I had recently? I mean, nothing super exciting is the problem. Most of my dreams are pretty dull. Ugh. Go and get the little eye in there. I do kind of need the bathroom. What time is it? We're gonna go for a couple of hours. To be fair, that makes sense. I'm like kind of in need of a little bathroom break. I might get the outlining done here, and then if it's okay with everyone, just take like a 2-minute quick break to use the bathroom. And if it's not okay with everyone, that sounds like a you problem. People need to use the bathroom sometimes. But requirement, but eating someone? That's a step too far. Yeah. Not good morning, an unpredictable good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Eating friends is definitely not safe for work. Yeah, I would say so. I think that's actually not safe for life though, because I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, that cannibalism is a crime in this country. And so I think if you partake in the cannibalism, that you would be a criminal. So I think it's just not safe. I mean, hello friends, hello. We're doing an embroidery of some of the OCs from this community that took part in Chroma. So we're just doing a little embroidery of them all chilling out together. I'm just doing my outlining first so that I can then get to filling it in a minute. But we have my character in the center. We're just doing Sonne right now, and then this is anime here and down here too. It is in fact a crime, yeah. I kind of assumed it was. Pretty sure it's a crime in nearly every country. Well, this is the thing. It's not a crime in every single country. But most of them, I think that it is. I think generally it is seen as a crime. But not always. There's always one country doing some interesting stuff with its laws, you know? Go. Let's get some more thread quickly. We're nearly finished this, and then I'm going to the bathroom. I said nearly, yeah. You have a good morning here. Oh dear. Oh dear, but at least it's over now. Oh, bless you. I hope the rest of your week goes a little better then. Oh dear. Be careful which Reddits you subscribe to. I don't really go on Reddit very much, to be honest. I like We Need Plates. Or We Want Plates. We Want Plates is pretty much the only Reddit that I regularly visit. And I do like that one. That one does make me smile. Stay safe, subscribe to no Reddits. Yeah, the only one I really do, and I don't know if I'm subscribed to it, if I just check it every now and again. I think I just check it every now and again, which is the We Need Plates. I like that one. That one's good. I only do cross stitch. See, I don't even do arts and crafts on Reddit. I literally only do We Need Plates. Very specific. Friends don't eat friends. Unless. Oh dear. Another tip, don't have Reddit. I mean, it's not all bad. I tried to post my cosplay on there once and I got banned from that server. So I've kind of given up for that sort of stuff. I think they said it was like NSFW or something, which I don't think it was, because I don't really do NSFW cosplay. But okay. Like, honestly, sure. It was one of the Pokemon costumes, and I think they said I couldn't post it because it was NSFW. And it's like, you guys have seen my costumes, right? I don't know if anyone would describe them as NSFW, but okay. Yeah, I wasn't allowed. And then after that, I kind of lost interest because I was like, well, if I can't post any of the work that I do here, because apparently it's NSFW, which I don't believe, by the way. But, you know, sure. I give up. Not interested. Not for me, you know? Yeah. You're pretty covered. Yeah, I don't do anything like that. There's nothing against people that do, like, you're all good, but it's not something that personally I enjoy, so I just don't do that. Oh dear. Bit of skin that is not neck, hands, or face is very distracting. Well, I know, right? I know, right? Incredibly distracting. Oof. Maybe a bit relieving for one. Really? Which one is revealing? Out of curiosity, which one do you think is revealing? just genuinely curious, not gonna take it offensive. The Mateus. Well, Mateus isn't a Pokemon costume. Which one? Sorry, I'm specifically talking about my Pokemon costumes because that's the subreddit I tried to post in. And I don't think any of my Pokemon costumes are revealing, but, you know, clearly the Reddit felt differently. Oh dear. Oh, hi, there's Scott! Yee. Scott has been here helping us with dream stuff. Very important. You've been following Jelly a week longer than me. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Nat. A whole extra week? That must have been very traumatic. Understandable if you need to take a break at any point. There we go. Eee, I love him. Hell yeah. Alright. You're just too sexy for Reddit, clearly. I did hear that there was a Reddit, like, rating system for women on, like, I think men as well, in, like, a certain subreddit. And the idea that it's impossible to be a 10 out of 10. And, like, even the 5 out of 10 are like celebrity people that you know are like really hot, and it's like, what? But that's kind of what I think of Reddit. I think of Reddit as like a cringy lol place where I'm like, every now and again I can go in and be like, lol. Like, you guys are kind of cringe and weird. I'll laugh at you a minute and then go on my way. It's called Rate Me. Ratame. Oh dear. Matrix, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Ah dear. Can't remember who to blame. Someone needs blaming. Have to hold someone responsible. Ah dear. I think my finger's probably okay now. I'd rather not wear plasters when crafting. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's like literally the tiniest cut. You're not even gonna see it. Wow, there we go. Rate Me, yeah, Rate Me. I think that's the one that I've heard of, where it's like, yeah, they have like a rating system for men and women on like how hot they are, but like it's really funny because it is literally the most intense like rating system in that like I would be, I think, like a 3 out of 10. Like if I had to guess based on what we saw, because I was looking at it with Shiny the other day where we were like, oh my god, that what would we be on this scale? And I think I'd be a 3 out of 10, maybe a 4 out of 10 if I'm pushing it. I'm like, oh my god, maybe I'm too up my own ass, but I wouldn't rate myself a 3 out of 10 normally. The mod blocks anyone that rates them too high. Yeah, most rarely a 6. Yeah, 6 is like, if you rate someone higher than a 6, you will be like under hella scrutiny. Kavadozi, good morning. I hope you're doing well, and good evening to you. Then before I say again, there is no one recipe for everyone. Yeah, no. It's just, and also I think most people that have been in relationships will say that a lot of physical attractiveness is not actually physical attractiveness. It's the way you present yourself. So it's like, are you confident? Are you chatty? Do you have things that you can talk about with this person? Do you have similar sense of humor? Like there's a lot of like, I think other things that go into attraction other than physical looks. But you know, obviously that's not what this Reddit is for. Excuse me, radio is cringe. Yeah, it is hot today. It is! And it's, but not awful, but I know in the rest of Europe it's pretty bad. A 6 out of 4 mod blocks. Yeah, yeah. Oh, dear. Some people absolutely love what Benedict Cumberbatch looks like. Like, they think there's no hotter men, others no. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all. Who are they comparing you to? Well, apparently an average woman. I don't know. Listen, I wouldn't go there and check it out if you're having any self-confidence issues, because they're not nice, and it's like a really weird and cringy rating system. Don't recommend. But if you're feeling confident and you're looking for a good laugh, it's very funny. Oh dear. If you'd be a 4, then I would be a 2 from what I hear. Literally, no one normal is above a 5 from what I can tell. And it's just like, that's not how it goes. Not the teenager, my partner said he liked my pimples because he knew angels were actually perfect. Cringe, but it melted my heart. Oh dear. Yeah, it's the thing is, I don't want to go into it because I don't want to encourage people to go there because it's very toxic. But like, the way they do it is like, you need a lot of symmetry, and I am a very unsymmetrical lady, and because of that it would immediately rate me below a 5 because I have no symmetry, like to the extent where like I have basically 2 different eyes. Like I have one eye that droops and one eye that doesn't. I have lots of moles that make me very uneven. Like I have ptosis on one side of my face where it's like sagging over my eye. Like I'm an incredibly uneven lady. And it's only when you really point it out, oh god, point it out, that people will notice. But because of that, I can't get above a 5 because I don't have an even face. I'm a 10 out of 10. Hell yeah, I'm predictable. I agree. Oh dear. I'm like a half. like a half. Like it's 0.5. No, you probably wouldn't be because the people in Nor are like, I think a lot of the time AI generated, where they're like actually... they either don't exist or they're celebrities where they're like known for being, I guess, not attractive, which is not my favorite way of doing things. Dear. 5 is average, so the average person would be a 5. I also have incredibly asymmetrical eyes. Yeah. One eye is twice as good as the other. Yeah, I have some extra skin on one side of my face, and I've also had like 10 concussions, so my poor face is just like Oh dear, I am an AI generated. Yeah, I kind of guessed Shifty. You know what? I kind of see that. It's like too perfect, and like the 8 fingers were making me wonder, but I just wasn't sure. 11T, hell yeah! It's normal to be unsymmetrical. Yeah, I think that it's a lot of facial interest. Like, it's not something that I'm personally particularly self-conscious about because I think it's more interesting and exciting. Also, if I want a symmetrical face, I made a VTuber, but my face is symmetrical and it looks weird. I wouldn't be very symmetrical and have people staring at me all day. Yeah! Gives me phonology energy, won't check it out. Yeah, it's like, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just quite funny. You want symmetry? Have it. Actually, since I'm drawn anime VTuber, doesn't it make 10? Oh, true, yeah. No, you're VTuber, 10 out of 10 for symmetry. A hairdresser's challenge, because I'm so symmetrical. Yeah. Oh, dear. Right, I'm gonna take a quick T and P break, because I'm nearly out of tea as well. And we've only just finished the outline, so I've got a lot more to do. So what I'll do is, I'll leave you with some words on stream, if that's okay. Just while I make a T and P. My VTuber won't be a 10 because of the... Oh, true, yeah. You can't have a side parting. I have a side parting. That's not symmetrical. You need a center parting. Otherwise, yeah, nah. Otherwise, join words on stream time. Hell yeah, let me get it started for you. Ah, damn, then we'll have to capture it. Which is this one. There you go. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Nice. T and P. Careful not to mix them up. I'll do my best. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with this. I'll be back in just a moment. I've come back right as you skipped 3 levels. Heckin' good job. How is the scores on the doors? Nut is leading, followed by Eden, then Sarah. Good morning, Sarah. And then Unpredictable, who probably needs to go to bed. Scott, Anime, Quirky, Chucky, Runa, and Sai. Good job, everyone. Right, next. I am also just going to quickly eat a pain and chocolate because I'm a little hungry, but I'm not like lunch hungry, to be honest. Just a little bit. Beb. Little man is playing with my shoe. Oh, come here. Oh. Oh. I'm on the board. Collar. Oh. So the hidden word's an O and the fake one's an I. Nice roll. Cola, nice. Coral, nice. I'm just eating. Nice oral and nice orca. Shut up, Eden. Carl? What? Doesn't matter, you cleared. Nice job, everyone. Carl! What? Nut still leading, then Eden, Sarah, Unpredictable, Quirky, Scott, Anime, Runa, Chucky, myself, and Sai. Carl. Gotta find that hidden word. Carl, you're not supposed to be what? It's 5 letters only. Illegible. Very, very nice. Libel. Nice. Legible. You know what? That makes sense. If illegible's there, legible should be there. Gilly. Ooh. Beige, good beige. Bilge, nice too. We need one more. Bell, nice. Good job. Very hacking good. Honestly, not leading the pack here, doing very well. All right, let me move some stuff around a little bit. Oh dear. Also league, nice. Or liege, I guess. Nice. Okay, sorry about that. Anything over 4 letters I'm useless? Honestly, same. Honestly, I feel that. I am just gonna start cracking on because I'm here. Why not? Hell yeah! Skipping the. Oh my god. Has anyone told you guys that you're a bit too good at words? How dare you? How are you all so good? Nut, very much leading the pack, followed by Eden, Sarah, Scott, Unpredictable, Quirky, Runa, Anime Chucky, then Sai, then myself at the bottom. Hell yeah. It's Glebe. Glebe. Alright. Here we go. We got this, we got this. I got steer. Very nice. I'm in there with steer. I feel like I don't see anything else. that might have been the only one I see. Oh, Nut got one. Nut got terse. Nice terse. Very good. Oh, Goat got reset. Very nice reset. I got trees. Nope. I have no idea. There's apparently 3 long ones. I mean, in a minute, I think L might be fake if I had to guess. But yeah, in a minute we'll get the hidden one and we'll be able to see what everyone said so far. Okay, get ready everyone. Zoom in. It's a D! Steed. Dessert. Nice. And deters. Not when you like one more. Reeds. Oh shoot, it wasn't quite enough. Damn it. You all did really well. Oof. GG's everyone. GG's. It was a good shot. Let's see the fight. I'm gonna assume Nut might be at the top. Yeah. Nut with 169. Very nice. Then Eden in second and Sarah in third. Good job, you 3. Then it's Scott, Unpredictable, Quirky, Runa, Anime, myself, Chucky, Sai, and Goat. Good heckin' job. Still very good. Not quite beating the record, but getting pretty close. Rested would have been the last one. No! Rested! Heck! So close. Yeah, everyone did a really good job. Listen, it's never easy. These late ones are hard. I'm just gonna start now filling in some stuff. So I'm gonna be filling in some colors, some initial colors. If I just go back to Anime. Anime's character is, I would say like a black kind of bird, maybe like a raven themed, but I'm going to be filling them in a dark gray. It's not because I don't like the color, it's just, it's gonna show up a little bit better. So we're gonna be filling them in a dark gray, rather than the pure black, so that we can see it a little bit more. Oh dear. Woo, 12! So goes to now, take care, Unpredictable. Thank you so much for popping by. But yeah, no, get some good Z's. I get you, it's very late for you. Go look after yourself, you're all good. Spelling makes the anxiety go away. I don't know, I get pretty anxious playing words, but that's probably because I'm not very good at it, whereas you are. It's probably one of those things that's more relaxing the better you are at it. Marek, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We're doing a little embroidery of some of us who made little beans or little cadets for the entry but didn't get in. But we had like a little trio of friends. Hell yeah. Oh, Peanut likes embroidery. It's so they can beat everyone at words. It used to be a lot better, but then they had the lockouts. Oh, I hyper-focus on, and my brain goes, no room for other stuff. I see. That would definitely help. Half is just random chats. Yeah, I feel like I put random things in there hoping that they end up being words. A lot. Sometimes they are. I'm still a little bit miffed on Carl. Why it let Carl in? It feels like Carl shouldn't have been one, but I'm glad that it was, because it means that we got the word. So I'm like, I guess I'm happy about it, but Carl? Oh dear. Jenny's lots of chatters. Thank you. I do my best. I put random words in chat hoping that they are real. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I do my best. I'm just not that good at words, but I like it. I have fun. Oh dear. Oh no, I'm in the stream, but Carl, Candy Mountain, that's Charlie. Oh, you've mixed up two things. Candy Mountain Charlie. Carl is the llamas with hats, where he kills people. Oh dear. God, that takes me back. The old memes back in the day. Oh dear, Drat, you're right. Yeah, I was online at that point. Oh dear, many memes were before my time, but that one, I'm aware of that one. Is Carl a valid Scrabble world? I guess it should have to be. Carl, that kills people. What? Oh dear. Yeah, and it has the... I had the rumblies in my tummy that only hands can satisfy. All of that kind of stuff. I was trading memes via USB! Oh my god, back in the day. Oh, yeah, this was a while ago. This was when I was still in school. That was a meme. Ugh. Ugh, so much time has passed. It gave me a lot of good laughs back in the day though, so I appreciate it. I appreciate the laughs. There we go. Slowly filling this in. Again, I do believe that this is meant to be more like a Black Raven style character, so they are meant to be quite dark. But if I fill them in entirely black, the picture will look quite unbalanced. So we're not going to do that, and also I won't be able to put any detail in there. So we're not going to do that, we're just going to do a dark grey that I can go back and put some details in. Yeah, I still think it works. I still think the vibe is there. Ow! Oh. Hey guys, you want to see what I just found in my sock? You want to see what I just found in my sock? Oh, what the heck? Ow! That is just a full-on metal wire. Don't you just love living in a building site? I love that. Oh dear. Don't know the 1 gigabyte use. Yeah, it was at the time. On the internet. And by that I mean the Webster, it's also a noun. Really? Lineality was a long shot because the words they gave are alphabetical. Yeah, I do the same thing where it's like you get to a point where you can kind of guess like where in the alphabet at the very least it starts, and sometimes the second word will be as well. Or second letter even will be. I do that too. That's the only reason I get words sometimes. Nope, I do not want to know. A large piece of twisted metal. It's worse than Lego. I'm so used to this, but I've ruined so many socks by having stuff like that go through it. Because there is just building stuff everywhere in this house. Stuff just gets in your socks. Or you stand on like where the carpet edges used to be, and that's like just spikes. My poor feet. My poor feet. They are very tired. They're tired of standing on things all the time. There we go. Get that in there. And up to there. And then go across to here. And have that toe go the whole way down. Like here, I want to say. Oh, that might need a little bit of shaping just at the bottom there, because otherwise I am completely going over the lines. We can do that. We can offer a small amount of shaping. Go. I will need to work out what this is, because this is like a spare piece of thread. I think I know which one this is. I need to do a bit more of it, obviously, because they have a lot of skin to cover. I think with this, I do want to do some fun lighting things, because that's kind of what I enjoy doing with the embroidery. But I might, once again, just get it all filled in first, and then come back with the lighting. I need to do something pink at some point, because I have so many pink embroidery threads. It's kind of ridiculous. Expect a pink thing to happen at some point. Obviously not today, because I'm trying to copy other people's designs. Or, I guess, mimic their designs in my style. But in the next few days, Whenever a prompt allows it, expect me to use a lot of pink. Because yes, I have a lot of pink threads. I have a lot of blue as well, but blue I can separate a little bit into like more lights, darks, turquoises. The pinks I just have so many of. And it's not worth separating them, at least in my opinion right now. There we go. I have one foot. I need to get the other foot done, but I think I will need to tie this off first. Needle in your sock, better inside your heel, worse, hard for you to get out. Ah! Yeah, mine wasn't a needle. It's not a needle, it's just like a piece of rogue wiring. Yeah, or like metal wiring stuff. Yes. Not a needle. It did kind of look like one, but it's not. It's just a piece of wire. What's up, Anki? Good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're doing a little drawing of, or like embroidery of the cadets that people are making from this community. So we have Anime, Sonne, and myself in a little nice frame. I think eventually I'll get a smaller frame for this one, maybe like a 5-inch, because I'm using a 6-inch right now. But it's kind of easier to work within a 6-inch. So eventually I'll probably downsize, but not right now. Ah, there. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Good morning. We have been playing some words. We've been talking about dreams. Ah, dear. Looks so pretty. Yee! Oh, good. I joined to a curse conversation again. No, we've been really good today. We haven't actually had too many curse conversations so far. Probably because we're doing something that's slightly more wholesome, I think. It's not been super cursed today, I would say. Yeah, it's been pretty good. We've been pretty good. I had a needle slide under the skin. Oh, ow! It's called. What do you mean? Oi, 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 oi. We are wholesome beans, and anyone that says otherwise gets banned. Tell me I'm wholesome or get banned from the channel, okay? That's how it goes here. That's a really cool dreams that animate like Ghibli movies. Oh, that is actually really cool. I would love that. Is there a time there's a non-cut? Ban that person, mods! Tell me I'm wholesome or get banned. Oh dear. Me, I am wholesome. I am wholesome. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Eden is right. We are a wholesome chat community here right now. We just do nice chill embroidery and sometimes some cosplay stuff. We have been warned. Yeah, if you dare say that we're not wholesome, ban the whole community. No, you got me wrong. No, I didn't. You said that I was wholesome, and if you backtrack that now, mods, get ready. Oh dear. Jelly is wholesome, exactly, and the conversation is wholesome because Jelly is having it. And as soon as Jelly touches the conversation, it becomes wholesome. And if you say anything different, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I am wholesome. Change my mind, except that you won't change my mind, because I know that it's true. Wholesome, yes, wholesome, not cursed. Wholesome. I'll accept it because you said wholesome in there, but I am going to ignore the cursed part. Ah, dear. Julia's, yeah, but mods, ban yourself. Shifty, I need you to ban yourself from this conversation, please. Oh dear. Tell me you're wholesome or I'll ban you. Yeah, like a normal streamer would. Kirsten doesn't come close. Yeah, true. Rate my stream. Oh my god, is that a thing? Wow. Really? Oh, thank you for the party. Is that a thing? I'm very curious now. Cause recognize party. We like to 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 party. The Franca bus is flying and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco, an interstate free disco. The wheels are still are turning, traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, come on and move your body. I'm not reading that, Cressa, because that will upset people. I'm a good being who doesn't say things that upsets people. Yeah. Never. I would never. Oh dear. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, we got both of those filled in now. I might add some extra details to them and just have them like a little lighter and darker in places, but the base is done. So I can think about that later. Let's get the face in now. Ah, dear. Sorry for not being a good bean. How dare you? We're all good beans here. Ah, dear. Greta, I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone who's just joined is doing well. We were making cadets for Chroma Corps last week. Unfortunately, our entry didn't get in, although I'm still very, very proud of it. If you haven't seen it, I do have a picture of it. This was my entry. I was really, really pleased with it, but unfortunately it didn't get in. That being said, a lot of very, very talented artists did get in, and we're still taking part in the daily challenges, even though we're not one of the finalists. So that's our plan for the next month. We're going to be doing like an embroidery a day, except for like, I guess, if I have stuff going on or something more important, in which case that will take priority. But if we don't have anything more important going on, we're going to be doing an embroidery a day. And yes, I'm very excited to do it. Again, it would have been nice to do it as part of the competition, but I'm still excited to do it as like just a regular person taking part too. So, yeah. Good times. And yeah, I've drawn this particular embroidery that we're doing. It's my OC, so one of the ones I made, with the one that Sonny made and the one that Anime made, which you can see both of the detailed versions of in the Discord if you would like. The Great Conjunction told me to do it? No, the Great Conjunction would never. They're a good bean. I don't believe that. Ah, dear. But yeah, that's kind of the rundown, I think. I don't think you need too much more information than that. We're doing an embroidery a day when we have time to, and when we fancy it. It's very relaxed terms and conditions, but I kind of think that works, since again, we're not competing. Like, why hold ourselves to that standard? I guess personal pride would be the answer, but like, I don't know. Will we ever bring back horoscopes? Probably not. Not right now, at least. Well, to be fair though, Cressa, you kind of missed some very similar stuff earlier. Unfortunately, it's done now. But we were analysing people's dreams. So I guess it's not like we never do stuff like that, but rather than have it as like a weekly event, it just happens every now and again. And if you miss it, you miss it. Sorry. I don't mean it in a rude way. It's just like, I'm not going to make a whole stream about it. Living dangerously. No! That's not living dangerously. That's... You can sew safely. I'm sewing safely. There we go. So you've got anime partially filled in, but we need to do the rest of them. So they got like... I haven't done their cape. I've just done their jumper and their shirt version. So we have like a white shirt with a red jumper and red shorts. Yes. Oh, I have just noticed a bit that I've missed, which I will fill in as well. Ah, dear. Only nightmares. No. I have good dreams. You can sew safely. Me, on the other hand, not so much. I'm pretty good with safe sewing, but then I do it a lot. And I'm also very used to sewing on stream, which I think does help. Like, the more practice you get, the more you get used to dealing with if things go wrong or getting into a rhythm of it and all that kind of stuff. It's a practice thing. Also, I'm going to have to mute stream for just a second because I need to cough. There's something stuck there. Back in a mo! Sorry about that. We're back. We're back and slightly more croaky. Oh dear. Yeah, no. What I was saying is you get very used to it and you get into like a real rhythm of sewing on stream. It's not that you never injure yourself, like I do every now and again, but it's normally mild enough that I just put a quick plaster on it. The only time that I've damaged myself badly on stream was last year, and it was doing something that I don't regularly do for costumes because I know that my vision isn't really good enough to be doing it. So the fact that I got injured, as much as it was kind of a pain, it shouldn't really have been a massive surprise, at least to me. Because like, well, yeah, I was doing something that I'm not really meant to do when you can't see. You know, you need vision to use sharp objects and hard objects and hot objects. So yeah, unfortunately, I knew that there was risk, and I shouldn't have done it live on stream, to be honest. But I did, and I think that's the only time I've been badly injured on stream. And it was completely off camera. I immediately took it off camera The most you would have seen is a very vague blur because I made sure, because Twitch does have some rules about that sort of thing and not showing actual gore on camera. For those who aren't aware, I gave myself second-degree burns when I stuck a glue gun to my palm and it melted it. And that happened live on stream. That was really, really fun. Someone did try to clip it. Oh, I remember. I think it was an accident though. I think someone was trying to go back and see what I did. And by the way, if you don't know, if you go back and try and rewind a stream to see what you did using the clip tool, it will actually automatically publish a clip, even if you never say publish. Because I have had people from the community do it by accident where I'm like, I can see that you were trying to go back and see what had happened, but it's made a clip on the channel, so I will have to delete it. I think actually I want this one, and there's another red one. There's another little drawers of threads. Probably. Maybe like this one. And this one. There you go. For like a nice pop thread. Here we go. Holding a voodoo doll? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No, it's a pin cushion. It's meant to be a pin cushion. But listen, if you want to think of it as a voodoo doll, you go for it. I'm probably not cool enough for that. But like, you're welcome to think I am. And cut long donuts at speed with a very sharp knife. Oh, man. I love donuts. Donuts are so good. I don't know if the world deserves donuts, but donuts are pretty top. Nice fluffy dough. I like just a glazed donut, to be honest. I'm very boring. I like custard-filled donuts as well. They're pretty good. Jam-filled donuts, also a fan. Hell yeah. I love that. Can't crochet. I love crochet. See, I'm a crocheter rather than a knitter. Ah, dear. Best of both worlds, voodoo cushion. Yeah! I cut donuts at speed with my teeth. Same. What's your favourite donut jelly and which do you prefer? Oh, I don't really mind. As long as I can read it, you can spell it however you like. As long as I kind of get the vibe. As far as what my favourite filling is, I do like a custard donut. I don't like chocolate-filled donuts. I don't like that. I think they are the most mid. So jam or custard filled, delicious. Chocolate filled? Nah. Doesn't do it for me. It's too much. I don't have a super, super sweet tooth. So like, that's why jam is lower than custard for me as well. Like I need like a not super, super sweet filling. And chocolate, at least like the cheap ones, are normally, it's normally Nutella, which is really, really sweet. Oh, you're mid, rude. You're mid. No, you. No, Chucky ruins it. Yeah, I have to have a bath. No, you're fine. Take care, Cthulhu. Go look after yourself and do your busy things. You're all good. Meanwhile, I cannot thread a needle suddenly. Guys, what's happened? Who took my superpower of being able to thread a needle at speed? Who's taken it? Hands up. Who took it? Jam sounds good. I do like jam. Still not as bad as Bee's chocolate. Oh my god. Bee's chocolate tier list. Like, it started off, the first thing they did was put Curly Wurly in S, and I was like, okay. Personally, I wouldn't put Curly Wurly in S, but I'd probably put it up in A, because it's a very cheap chocolate, and it still tastes pretty damn good, but it does get stuck in your teeth. So like, you know, for me, that's an A. But I do like it, so seeing it in S, I don't mind. And then, the rest of it, I just don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what happened? I don't have much of a sweet tooth these days, but I can eat chocolate for days, yeah. Well, the other thing for me is chocolate gives me migraines, as it does with many people who suffer with chronic migraines. So, like, there is, I think, an inherent, like, you know, association with chocolate and pain for me at this point, where the amount of times I've had chocolate and it's left me bedridden, it's like, you get to a certain amount of times where you eat something and get sick, and you're like, well, I maybe don't want to eat it as much anymore. Because I used to love chocolate. It was like one of my favorite foods, but then these days it's difficult to unassociate the brain, I think, when you're like, because it's the same reason why if you eat something and throw up, you often don't want to eat it again for a while. Some people never want to eat it again. I think I have that, unfortunately, with a lot of migraine trigger foods like chocolate. I don't hate it, and I will still eat it with things, but I don't normally go out of my way to buy chocolate anymore. Just got a negative association with it. It's a shame, because I liked it, but it is what it is. Ah, the great givers when they take it away. They don't like hard porous candy like crunchy, but then Curly Wurly, which is way hard, and airy which is more porous. I know. like, and also the irony of seeing B put honeycomb flavored things or honeycomb stuff in S tier. It's like, I'm sorry, do you know who you are? You are literally the greedy bee, and yet you are putting the bee flavored products in F? Like, that seems like a little bit like, I don't know about that. Yeah, like, weird. Once they, what, 2.5 kilo chocolate bunny run raffle? Hell yeah, more sensible as an adult. Fair, you need the body to do that. Maybe like saying jesters are mid. I mean, some jesters are. Like, and don't even, because I have researched jesters so heavily for costume stuff, and some jesters just don't put the effort in. Sorry, I'll say it. Some of them are boring as heck because they don't try. But people that are actually passionate about jesters, 10 out of 10. But yeah, I think it's impossible to ignore when people see an aesthetic and think that it's popular and then try to emulate it without any of the real passion behind it. Unfortunately, that's a lot of jesters at the moment, because they're relatively popular at the moment. I'm sorry, I can't say all jesters are S tier while this kind of shenanigans is going on. You're gonna ban me for that? Okay. Oh, you go ahead. Oh dear. I hope that's not me. Oh, I'm talking more in the costume field, Shifty. So I'm talking more like people who buy a spandex suit and then call themselves jesters without doing anything else because it's popular right now. Do not worry, I probably am not talking about you. I've been seeing you. Oh dear, bee flavored? Yeah, bee flavored. Honey is bee flavored. Changed my mind. Oh dear. The other day, someone whose father made honey. We had honey in the house, we never paid for it. Aww. That's probably really good honey as well, because like, isn't local honey meant to be relatively good for you? Because it can help with hay fever and stuff? Oh, there's probably like a lot of benefits for that. Nice. We used to get a lot of kale, courgettes, apples, cooking apples specifically a lot of the time. Leeks were a big one, but we also used to trade leeks. So I contributed to that. Yeah. Things where people just don't need as many of them, but often have a lot. Yeah. Those ones. Oh dear. Wait, what did Eoden say? Wait, why are you banning Eoden? What happened? Shifty is boring. Wow. Yeah, understandable. I can see why you might have banned Eoden after that one. Or deleted Eoden. They found a jar of honey. Yeah, it's really cool because it preserves for a really long time. The logo honey helping with hay thing is a myth? No, don't tell me that. I've been supporting local honey makers. No. Out of my own pocket to try and help with hay fever. No. Okay, let's get that in there. Do. Trade leaks? Yeah. They're definitely that. Yeah. That's what I was implying. Yes. That kind of leak, for sure. I did some really good leaks one year, by the way. Like, not to you know, toot my own horn too much, but I've made some pretty good leaks. I'm very, very impressed with myself. I also made a leak in this house. I made the bath leak into the kitchen once. That was kind of impressive. So I've not only made vegetable leaks, but I've also made some pretty impressive house leaks. I'm a multi-talented lady, as they like to say. Yes. Not only can I grow leaks, I can create them too. Oh dear. Fortunately, that is fixed now. Yeah, I had a very concerned Shiny running into the bathroom being like, stop the shower! It's emptying into the kitchen! And I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know what I did, but I did empty the bath into the kitchen. Only one time though, I only did it once. I learned my lesson. I never did it again. Toot your horn? Yeah! Sally, there's no scientific... No! Don't tell me that! I can't have such bad news in the middle of stream. How am I gonna maintain a positive outlook? Oh my god. No! Oh dear. What's it called? Trauma dumping. Don't trauma dump the... It's traumatic to me. The bee knowledge. I don't need it. I don't need it. Don't tell me. I'm not ready to learn. Oh dear. Sonny! Welcome on in. I don't know if you saw Sonny, but we're doing a little what do you call it? Collage of our 3 cadets. So I have Anime, myself, and you. Look, there you are. I assumed you were shorter than my character, because my character's pretty tall. I love them. I know. I was really pleased with them. They're just little chibi versions, so they are a little bit simplified based on your designs. But yeah, I like them. I'm a happy bean. It's what I wanted to make, you know? I was like, what do I want to do this morning? I was like, I want to do this. Happy days.
You're my fav streamer right now, Jelly. I haven't laughed so much, Brooke. 111 laugh.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. That's very heckin' kind of you.
You're my fav streamer right now, Jelly. I haven't laughed so much.
You're very broken. I love you, but you're broken. Oh, dear. Thank you so much, Scott. That's very heckin' kind of you. For once, Jelly is tall. Yeah, I actually have the tall character this time. Crazy. Dear, how did the Icon Desert? We didn't get in, but I'm still going to be doing the prompts. So it starts tomorrow, I think. So we're just going to be doing the daily prompts, but without the pressure of competing. That's the plan. So we're going to be going in casually for funs. For funs and improving as an artist. That's what I want. I want to improve my embroidery skills into the direction of art. That's what the goal is. That's what we're going for. We'll see how we do. We'll see. I think it'll be a little tricky, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. This is gonna be the top color, and then I'll do this one first because I might shade the top with this, but this is gonna be the short main color. Hell yeah. Also, Sonny, I don't know if you saw, sorry for this, I'm just like, Sonny. I did send you a little sneaky DM about yesterday. A little sneaky behind the scenes DM. You did? Oh dear, it's my own fault, but I will rank it lower based on that, because even though I kind of did it to myself, still no, it's not your fault. It's literally me. It was me, because like literally those are the 2 like biggest trigger foods for people with migraines, and I just didn't think about it, and then I ate the whole thing, because I liked it, because I thought it tasted good, and then yeah. So I'm like, gonna docket some points for that. It's anti-migraine food. Wow. Scott, thank you for the egg smash. It did taste good. Yeah, it was actually really nice. We did it with quite a strong cheese, and which I didn't know if it would be worse with, because that's what we had. But actually, I liked it. It mellowed out the sweetness a bit. And again, I don't have the biggest sweet tooth in the world, so I think for me, I liked that. I don't know if that's how everyone else would like it. We also thought we should melt the cheese because, yes, I just think it'd be better with melted cheese. But then, like, if we're being honest, what isn't better with melted cheese? Everything's better with melted cheese. I feel like that's just one of the laws of the universe, is if you eat something with melted cheese, it tastes better. And, like, I don't make the rules. That's just how it goes. This is good, but milder is better, but not entirely mild cheese. Yeah, I think you need something to mellow it out, because otherwise it's very intense tasting, I'd assume. Again, that could just be me who doesn't have a sweet tooth and is a little biased. Okay, get that above there. Blue cheese, I like blue cheese. I probably won't do that. Oh, I see. It was a segue. It was a segue. In a blue world, and all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen to. I'm blue, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die. Nutella and cheese on toast, yeah, although I did it Nutella and cheese on, what roll was it? It was like a bread roll, but a nice bread roll. Dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee da. I told you, Eden, if someone suggests to try something, I will normally try it, as long as it's not something that I'm actively like allergic to. I will normally give it a go, you know? Within reason, I will not eat things that that will kill me. But I will normally give stuff a try otherwise. And yeah, I tried it. We talked about it the other day on stream, and I was like, I will give this a fair shot. And actually, it worked quite well. So I do think, as Sonne said, a milder cheese is probably what they would prefer. I used quite a strong cheese, but I liked that because it took away some of the sweetness from the Nutella. And so for me, I preferred that. But I could imagine, like, generally for the general public, that might not be their preferred. But yes. I do normally try things if people suggest them, as long as it's like not a joke and like telling me to like eat shit or something. So you know, I won't eat that. I won't eat stupid food, but I will eat things that people are passionate about. Squid, Nutella, and beans. I don't think you're passionate about that, Eden. I think you just want me to eat something weird, and I won't do it. Sorry, you've lost suggestion rights. I won't take suggestions now. Best not eating things that'll actually off you. Yeah. It's like within reason. I'm not gonna eat things that'll kill me. Also led by good morning, Eden. You're trolling. Yeah, well now Eden's lost suggestion, right? So the next time that Eden suggests a food, I won't try it. Oh dear. So I think I might. I don't remember if I've already had it. That's the fermented fish. I've had pickled. I've had some fermented fish. I've had all that. I think it's kind of like a gotcha food, but I actually like it. So, listen, I actually enjoy that taste, and screw you, people that think they're getting it. Listen, you could send it to my house. The only problem is that my fiance will hate you, because they literally refuse to be in the house when I eat stuff like that, which understands because it is very, very strong smelling. But yeah, other than my fiance hating you, you could send it me and I would eat it. I've eaten it before, I'll do it again. It's not my favourite way of having fish, is the only thing. I prefer other ways. Also, I prefer, like, if it's gonna be a tin style fish, like, if it's a tin style fish, yeah, when you tip the liquid around it down the sink, that stays. you think you've washed it down the sink, but surprise, that stays. But no, what was I gonna say? I prefer, if you're going for like tin fish, to go for more like in sunflower oil or something like that. I don't know, I just prefer the fish like that. I think you can taste it like a little better. That's my preference though, it's not for everyone. You're a starlight, I am. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? 2 seconds, you're not gonna get to see this on stream. Something has just fallen down my bra. What is that? What is that? Oh, whatever. Whatever. That's fine. It's fine. Whatever it was is gone now. Oh dear. None of that. Yeah, there's that wire in my bra. Help. Well, actually, I guess that's normal. Wire when there's not meant to be wire. Oh dear. I had to wait 6 hours till lunch on my. Oh my god. Oh, but that does sound really good. Yeah, I'm in stand-up, but they only put one of the rings. They didn't put any of, like, the actual stuff I did. I do really appreciate it, obviously. I'm so glad that I got there. But they put none of this in there. And I'm like, oh, all the stuff that I spent the most time on, for some reason, didn't make it to stand out. And it's like, I swear. They did mention they didn't know a whole lot about embroidery, so I think partially it probably just comes down to them not knowing a whole amount about embroidery, but I think that this was a more impressive image than the one that they showed. That being said, I do appreciate being there at all. It was very kind of them to pick me as one of the standouts. Ah dear. But your critiqued Hoop did, yeah, but it wasn't critiqued by them, it was critiqued by other people in the community, which, to be fair, it was really good critique. I got some good critique. Ugh, wire in a bra? I know, right? Terrible. Terrible. It's gone blacker. Oh dear. Sounds delicious. It does sound really delicious. Oh. But yeah, no, I'm very pleased to have got there. It's very, very kind of them. The only thing I'm a little sad about, and I don't necessarily mean me, but I would have loved to have seen at least one traditional artist get into the corpse, but I get that there are a lot more digital entries than traditional, so like I can see it somewhat making sense as to why not any traditional artist ever get in, but I would really love to have seen one. Fishner's got in. Oh, if Fishner's hadn't got in, there would have been riots, I think. Like 100%, 100%. Oh dear. There we go. And it's cheap. Without a soda, it's under 10 pounds. Oh, that is pretty good. Also, let me just take my work off screen. Sorry. There you go. I am working here, I promise. He has a mask. He dies. Oh dear. There we go. Truly, yeah. They would have been riots if this got in. they were protecting themselves by letting them in. Because, well, I say letting them in. They did fantastic. But yeah, other people would have been very upset. Oh dear. Right, let's get the shirt filled in, and then we can work. Oh wait, did I do that on the wrong bit? I kind of did, but I don't hate it, so I'm gonna leave it there. Red shading. Why not? And then yeah, fill in the main part of the shirt, and then we'll do the skull and the collar and stuff. Fishnets deserved it. Oh yeah, absolutely fishnets deserved it. That was such a good design. The water was so good. Like, they fully deserved it. But this is the thing as well. I don't think that anyone who got in didn't deserve to get in, because they were all fantastic. I kind of just wish from a variety standpoint there was a traditional artist who got in. But at the same time, I don't disagree with any of the people they picked, if that makes sense. I guess it's a conflicting opinion, because I don't disagree with any of the people they picked. I just wish there had been one. I guess that's what I wish. I wish there had been one extra as a traditional artist. But yeah. It is originally, though, as, yeah, it is a digital artist format, the Chroma Corps. Yeah, I know, but because in, like, the introduction, they were like, we're accepting anyone, like, sculpture, fine art, watercolor, sculpture, digital art. They made it very clear that they wanted a whole range of people to enter, and then not a single person got in that did any of those things. But, sculpture twice. Oh, did I say sculpture twice? I meant sculpture once. But, yeah. I don't know. Again, I'm still very much like, you know, the people that got picked, and I don't disagree with any of them. I don't know. Some people did some really interesting Beauty entered. I don't know if you saw. They did a body paint of their artist. Sculptures are so nice. There was a sculpture Shifty. There was a welded sculpture that I thought was really, really cool. And I thought would have been cool to get in. But no. Nah. Oh dear. Again, that's just an opinion, and I'm clearly very biased because I am a traditional artist, so obviously I am generally more inspired by other traditional artists. But that's my opinion, and it is just that, an opinion. I get that, don't get me wrong, everyone that got in was absolutely fantastic, and I'm still going to be doing the follow-alongs. Oh dear. I don't want it to come across as I disagree with any of the people that got picked, because I definitely don't. I think they all look really, really good. Ah, oh, dear. There we go. Got to sculpt those sculptures. I mean, somebody did. Somebody entered a sculpture. It was very talented. Oh, dear. I will say, though, if, like, even if you were like, well, they might not have stuck it out, like, people are being removed so quickly for the first few weeks, I don't think that would have actually mattered. Because, like, well, if they don't work quick enough, they'll just get out, and that would be, you know, an extra person eliminated. If that makes sense. But, again, it's not my competition. I'm not a judge. Not my place. Ah, dear. While it's something that I would have liked to have seen, I will respect the judges' decisions. And I do think everyone that got in was really, really good. There we go. Oh, yeah. Go. And it was a good learning experience as well. I don't know about you, Sonny, but I had a few people atting me afterwards and atting some other people as well. Just giving some advice about entering in the future, which I thought was really, really good. Yesterday I got to cross off something for my foodie bucket list. Fresh pasta. Oh, I've always wanted to try that. It's gonna make me so ill, but I've always wanted to try that. Yeah, when they like roll it and it melts on the... Oh man, was it good? Did you enjoy it? Did it live up to the hype? I hope that it did, because that's also on my bucket list. There we go. A little sweater. The little sweater is in. I'm also just gonna nip up to in the center of this one, because there is a little gem there, and I might as well get that in there now. thought I'd have to travel to New York to get it. But did you enjoy it? Was it worth the hype? Because I've seen that online so many times and it looks really, really good. Oh, but yeah, again, there's no one near me that does it, so I would probably have to go to London, I think, in my case, to get it. Right, let me just get Sone's character up because we've nearly finished animes and I want to go wiggle over. Excuse me. There we go. So they are red in the jacket as well. You both got red jackets. I guess not entirely red, but like, there's red on them. Thank you for the hick. We'll just have to go to Italy. I guess I will. What a shame. What a shame. Oh, dear. And you got the grey underneath. Cool. We can do that. I got to go fix a friend's tap. Oh, hell yeah. Good luck. I hope it goes well. I hope it's not broken too badly. You got this, Andrew. Very heckin' nice. And the bottom is brown. Or maybe gold. Not brown. Probably gold. Probably gold, but there's lighting. Go. Save that bit there for some shadow. And then on this side, do the same thing. And get your little red jacket in. Hell yeah. What was the name of your character, Sone, if you don't mind me asking? Did your character have a name? Or is it just a character that you'd made up and was like waiting to be named? Aiden, thank you. Oh, actually, I think I remember you saying that. Aiden. Cool. I thought I might put their names like embroidered underneath them. Because obviously it's definitely an artistic interpretation of your work. It's not spot on. So I thought it might be nice to have like the little names underneath so they're a bit more easy to like pinpoint. Aiden, Glenn, and I remember animes was called like Claris or something? I think. I'm probably mispronouncing it to be honest, but something along those lines. Kara, that's what it was. Thank you. Yeah. Then I can get everyone's name in. Kara, Glenn, and Aiden. Nice. There you go. Is there any more red on yours? Oh, you do have red shoes, but I think I might use a darker red on your shoes. You do have a red cap, though. We can put some bright red on the cap. More like Crow. Crow! Ah, okay. Yay. There we go. I believe. You're probably right. You're probably right. That would make sense considering the design. Oh. Does this need tightening again? Oh, a little bit. There you go. Get it a little tighter. Nice. This is a coincidence. Really? Oh, it just works out well that it sounds like Crow. Oh, that's a happy coincidence. Hell yeah. I love that. What a nice coincidence. Hell yeah. There we go. It's a fantasy name generator. Ah, I used to use those all the time for D&D characters, to be honest. Like, I needed a quick D&D character name and I couldn't think of one, I would just do that. I did that for my Vampire the Masquerade character that I used for like 2 years. No, 3 years it was, wasn't it, till the campaign finished. And like, people would be like, oh, why that name? And it's like, because it was the one that came up when I went into the fantasy name generator. I tend to try and put like a little bit of thought into it, but there are days where you're just like, nah, you know what? I don't fancy it. And then you accidentally end up doing a 3-year campaign with them and it's like, shoot, maybe I should have thought about this a little more. I might change needle because this one's feeling a little bit on the blunt side and it's getting a little harder to stitch with. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe it needs to go in and out of the pin cushion a little bit, get sanded a bit. We'll finish this bit, but you know, I'm watching you, needle. It's just starting to hurt my thumb, I think, because I'm yeah, it's this, see? That process. Do you see the amount of pressure that puts on your thumb? Like there. Like that. It's a repetitive motion thing, but yeah, that's starting to hurt a little bit. I mean, you probably had to play it for 3 years, yeah. I did. Because it started as a one-shot, and you used the character in the one-shot, right? So I was like, okay, yeah. And then it ended up being a full campaign. And I was like, and they were like, you can use the same character. So I was like, okay, yeah. Imagining that it'll go for a month or two, 3 years later, still with the same character. I loved that character though, it was a good character. But yes, it was very much meant to be like a little, just a quick put together one. And it ended up taking quite a lot more than that. Okay, I think the rest of that will be in a darker colour, so I'm going to leave that there. And then I'm going to change my needle because that's hurting me. What clan with Nosferatu? I'm a Nosferatu bean. I like them. I like them. They're fun to play. They're hidden, secretive characters. Very fun. Always enjoyed those. Eggheads. Yeah. Alright. Let's put this needle away for a minute because I think it needs to be sharpened. Just like test a few needles out. I think this one will do. Yeah, that feels like it'll do. Let me have a drink of this. Play Gangrel? Yes! I mean, I like all of them. Ah, dear. Pseudo werewolves, yeah. We were going to do a second campaign where everyone was a Gangrel, and it was going to be like a specific one, but unfortunately, like, stuff came up. Yeah, we were going to do a campaign where everyone was the same. I think it was going to be Gangrel, if memory serves. And yeah, I would have been very hyped for it, but yeah, it didn't happen, unfortunately. Sometimes it's like that with D&D. Sometimes the stars just don't align. You don't get to play your silly, silly character. I want to play Mage the Awakening again? Ooh, I don't know that I've ever played that one. You've never played Vampire? I really enjoyed it. It was very fun. It's a fun world. I think because it's a little bit more... Because we had a couple of new players in our team, or like in the group that we played with, but because it's kind of a little bit more based in modern day, I think it can really help new players to come out of their shell a bit because they're not worried about technology and the stuff that exists and doesn't, because like the stuff that you imagine would exist for you exists for them too. And I think that that can help. So yeah, I think vampires are quite maybe not so much for DMs, but for like players, I think vampire is quite a beginner friendly tabletop. It's pretty good. That's just my opinion though. That's just me. Gonna play for 3 sessions because the group fell apart. No! Low pressure, a familiar setting is easier for a lot of players. Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. It's like, once you get more confident, it's fine. But like when you're first starting, a setting that's a bit easier. Like for instance, the person who did the DM for us, they knew obviously that they had a few new people, and they made the setting Cardiff because it made it really easy for people to visualize. Because although we didn't all live in Cardiff, most of us had gone in and out of Cardiff enough times, so having the setting be Cardiff City meant that we could very easily visualize it. So when a character says, I want to go to here, they can think of it, and it works. It works in bringing people out of their shell quite well, because they'll ask things because they recognize the setting. And it worked really well. Like, as far as I'm aware, the people that were first-time players really, really enjoyed it. I mean, they stuck it out for 2 years, so I don't think they hated it, you know? Dear. Also, World of Darkness is not a simple system. No, it's not, but I think just the general playing, because it's like, as far as, like, obviously the battles and the fighting and stuff like that is a bit more complicated, as I think it always is, but, like, as far as, like, standard, like, wandering around and talking, having a familiar setting is really nice. Yeah. Just, like, the normal stuff. The RP. Yeah, the RP. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Thank you, Sonic. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Yeah, the role-playing is a lot less stressful. The other thing is there's no pressure to be doing voices or characters and stuff like that if you don't want to, because they are meant to just be, like, vampires are just humans who have been turned into vampires, right? And it's in modern day. So there's no, like, ye olde kind of tavern voice that you have to worry about doing. And I think that also helps. Like, personally, I like voicing characters, but, you know, it's not for everyone. And I didn't voice characters for a long time, like, do special voices for characters, because I wasn't confident enough. And I'm glad that I like doing it now, but yeah, I didn't for a long time. And there's no pressure to do that in the World of Darkness, because everyone's kind of just a normal person who's become a vampire, for the most part, with a few exceptions. Everyone's a normal person who has become a vampire. Wow. Still not confident enough. I've played it for 15 years. Oh dear. To do voices, is it? Oh, I really love doing voices. I think doing a character like an orc or a goblin or something, definitely, because they already have kind of silly sounding voices a lot of the time, those I think are the most fun to do, because you can't really mess up a goblin voice. A goblin voice is whatever you want it to do. Also, play Fable games. Listen to how the NPCs talk in Fable. That's helped me a ton. Because Fable NPCs are like perfect D&D NPCs as well. There we go. I just like switched over and we're now working on Sonne for a bit, just because we're doing some reds. And Sonne has some reds on them as well, so just gonna get all those done. There we go. Minor tone changes and intonation changes, but actual voices is not for me yet. It might never be for you, and that's alright. A couple of the people that I played with were like ex-drama students, and so they would always throw themselves 100% into their roles, and that kind of in turn encouraged me to give it more of a go, if that makes sense. I do think it's easier if you're playing with especially when you're starting, but like if you're playing with a table of people that are a bit more confident with doing it, it makes you feel more confident to try it, right? And yeah, playing with the drama people definitely made me feel a little more confident about my silly little voices and stuff. Oh dear. I always really appreciate it when a DM does voices for the characters as well, like that's really fun. I'd love to play with theatre kids, yeah. Theatre kids do D&D good, for sure. I'm very good at that. I love it when the DMs also do voices for characters. I've been very lucky that I've had some very good DMs over the years, and like a lot of them do specific mannerisms and like voices when they are controlling different characters, and I always really appreciate it. It's really fun. It's obviously more effort for the DM, and they already have a lot of work to do, but yeah, do. Also, look, you got a little jacket, little hat. Hell yeah. We're building up some colour on you now. Mainly red. I try, but I'm not good at voices. I mean, you're a bit of a newer DM though, right? I don't think I really expect it from anyone who's not been... Like you have to bear in mind, Shitty, a lot of the DMs I've had DM every single week professionally. And so, like, you know, they're very good, but they also get paid for doing that. So, you know, when we're not doing our casual sessions, it's something that they are very, very practiced at. And I think that's a comparison that's not very fair, you know? Because it's a very different situation. George, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We are doing a little fun embroidery today, where we're embroidering my character, Sonne character, and Anime's character all together, hanging out. Fair, yeah. Would that ever be something that you'd be in? I guess you've already got a pretty good job there. But I was just wondering, would that ever be something you'd be interested in doing as like a side hustle, like professional DMing, or nah? Just out of curiosity, I guess. It's one of those things that, like, would you turn your hobby into your job? Which, personally, I don't really like, but a lot of people do. What's up, Law? Thank you for the follow. Howdy, name's Lawmas. I bring weird and random lore facts. Oh, I'm really sorry that, because we don't play a lot of games, if you can give me, embroidery lore, I might know it, but I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't. I'm sorry. We're not really... We play games sometimes, but if we're playing video games, it's normally a game that I'm planning to speedrun. And so I already know quite a lot about it. Maybe I'd have to get good. I mean, I've always enjoyed my sessions with you. I know there's only been a few, but I haven't had a bad experience. But also, I kind of get it, because, yeah, I get it. It's a big step, that's for sure. I'm gonna tie this off here, I think, and just get a little bit more. Do I have a second one of these? I don't know. I do want to put this back in here again, though. There is something in my mouth. I can taste it. What is it? It's probably food, but I'm nervous. I've been hiding a lot today. Oh no, it is thread. Okay. I was like, blech, blech. This is because I keep licking thread. I'm about to do it again as well. Yum, yum, yum. Ah, dear. Bright fancy around the world's origin stems from China and the Near East. Nice! Swallow thread. No, I don't want to swallow thread. It has no nutritional benefit, and I want to save my stomach. I want to save my stomach space for stuff that tastes good or has nutritional benefit. One or the other. If it doesn't taste good and it has no nutritional benefit, what is the point? I'm not eating that. I think there's a difference between a paid DM and a friend DM. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. That's why I was saying it's not a fair comparison. Oh dear. Do I want the other shoe to be darker? Because I already have this thread. Could do. Threaded the needle, ba-dum-ch, ba-dum-ch. It's first of 3 days off. Hell yeah, Japanese food for dinner, bubble tea and boba. Ooh, you a fan of boba? I've only had it twice, and I don't think I like the texture mix. Like, the taste was good, but the texture I struggled with, and also, it wasn't as cold as I think I would have liked it. It was very much a room temperature boba, which I don't think that's the fault of boba as a whole, but it was a hot day, and I think I wanted a slightly colder drink. No nutritional benefit, tastes good though. What, you think thread tastes good? Maybe you've got better thread than me. Oh dear, because my thread tastes like nothing. Oh dear. Go with your heart. Yeah, my heart says do this. Because you've already got it and you'll only waste it otherwise. I don't want to waste threads. My heart says don't waste materials because we don't want to go out and buy more. Have you tried popping boba? I don't know what that means. Like just popping a boba ball? Because the tapioca I don't think would pop. Would it? I ordered a blueberry boba frappe once and I remembered that I might be intolerant to be— oh god. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I like it, but I only drink it every so often. That's also very fair. There's only a couple places that I know that sell it and not near me, so I have to like travel a bit to get it as well, which I can't assume that I have it very often because it's not that close. Then it was the sugar bubbles with syrup. Oh yeah, I had. That was the first boba I had, was like a fruity one. So it had like passion fruit boba in it. And they popped, yeah, when you like put them in your mouth. I did not like that. I do not like that at all. That was like, I preferred the milk tea tapioca one because the popping in my mouth, it was like such an alien texture to me that I was like, like the taste was fine, but I just couldn't handle the texture weirdness. Again, maybe if it was something that I had more often, I would get used to it, but as it is, it might just be one that's not on so much for me right now. I'll always give things a try, but right now, maybe no. Oh dear. Oh, that's unfortunate. I just had a good blueberry pie. Oh, blueberry pie? Oh, that sounds pretty good. That does sound pretty good. All right, I need a reference of my own. Which way is round? Okay, that way is round. This one's meant to be red. The other one is more of a brownie red. Ah, dear. And it can get difficult. Yeah, I forgot that there is actually technically red on my character, but it's only in the mushrooms. So it's not super obvious red, but it is technically there, so I will fill it in. Yeah, no, I like trying new foods, to be fair though. I like giving them a go. There's a lot of foods that I don't think were made for me, like I do have some texture aversions and stuff, and things popping in my mouth are very hit and miss for me. So I guess it kind of makes sense that it's probably not my absolute favorite, but I like to try it. Like, I like to give it a fair shot to see if I'll enjoy it, because there's nothing to lose And I'd rather know all of the foods that I enjoy so I can eat them as regularly as possible. I wanna find everything I like so that I can make a nice list of it and eat them infinitely, you know? I'm slowly getting there. I do like most food, to be fair. Like, even with the boba, I like the taste of it. I just didn't like the texture. But the taste is something that I definitely have again. Oh, dear. I'm trying to think of other foods that I've tried recently. I mean, I tried the meal replacements, and that made me ill. But I don't think that was the taste of it. I think that was one of the ingredients. Which, again, that's kind of my own fault. I should have checked that ahead of time. I didn't. I was too excited about trying a new food. And then, yeah, the Nutella and the cheese, which I actually do think went quite well together, surprisingly. Which was a surprise to me too, because I kind of had gone in with like low expectations, if I'm being honest. But they did actually go well together. It's just unfortunate that both cheese and chocolate are really, really big migraine triggers. So a cheese and chocolate combination was probably not the smartest thing for me personally to eat, but the taste was good. I wouldn't not recommend it. I just wouldn't recommend it to people that have migraines, I think, would be how I would do it. I had a sour bento box. Oh, and teriyaki cheese. Ooh. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I haven't actually had teriyaki that much. The times I've had it, I've enjoyed it, but it's normally in a menu with other things that I want to try, so I don't eat it that often. But when I have had it, I have enjoyed it. Oh dear. There we go. Wow. And I will need some more of this red colour to finish this mushroom. I have realised because it's quite a lot of space to fill in and I'm kind of layering it. That's on me, that's on me. Sounds amazing, it does. It does sound amazing. It puts my lunch to shame. I'm quite excited about my lunch. I probably won't have it on stream because if I'm being completely open and honest with you guys, it's been a really big update to Honkai Star Rail, and I'm probably after stream going to immediately be playing Honkai Star Rail. Please don't be too disappointed in me. I really like that game. But so I'll probably have my lunch alongside that. But yeah, I have bruschetta, which I need to make, but it's not that difficult. Bruschetta with avocado, and I might have like a little poached egg on top. And I am very excited to eat that as well. It's like a simple food, but it's just good. It's good and simple, and I like that. And I know that I enjoy it, so I'm excited to have it. And it'll be nice in the summer. It's like a nice fresh food. Ah dear. I think it's seafood behind side prawns and I haven't had salmon in a while. To be fair, it is kind of expensive, so I think that makes sense. Going to bed. Oh no, you're fine. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for popping by, Goat. It was lovely to see you. But yeah, get some good Z's. I'm assuming you're probably playing some like Dead by Daylight or something later and you need to be awake. Understandable. I will enjoy Honkai. Do not fear. I will enjoy it. I would play it on stream, but it's very much become like such a comfort game for me that I'm like, do I want to play it on stream and potentially lose some of the comforting aspect? And the answer I've come to is no. Although, when we get to a character that I want, I'm going to probably do that on stream because, let me tell you, I have been saving up so many of the gems and I am ready to like max pull. But I don't think I want this one. The next one's Blade. I'm like, I don't really need that character. Also, look, we're getting there. Oh yeah, should we do some of... Actually, no, let's get the red sorted because I have the red out. Is it the darkest one? It is not the darkest one. Is it this one? It is this one, yes. Ah, dear. Enjoy, see you later. Take care, go. Have some good Z's. Hell yeah. We're getting them all sorted. We're getting their little red bits. They all apparently have. Maybe we're going to be kind of color coordinated, actually, because I have gold on my mushrooms. Sonny has gold on their arms and belts. Anime has like the grays and blacks, and I have grays and blacks. Oh, where do I have them? I do have grays and blacks. I just can't remember where they are. But then Sonny has like the grays and on the shirt. You know, I have the blue on the mouth. Sonny has blue jeans. I think there might be some good color coordination here. If I have to hear I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor feeling sick, one more time. Wait, you hear that a lot? Wait, do you play Honkai? Chitty, do you play Honkai? And you haven't told me. Oh dear. No. Aww. Aw, would you like to? It's very fun. Oh dear. I did a gacha, so I always I recommend it, but heads up, it's a gacha. So if you're susceptible to gacha stuff. Oh, it's an ad they're playing on YouTube? Oh, okay. Wait, how come I'm not getting Honkai Star Rail ads? I actually play the game. Why am I? Maybe that's why. Maybe they can detect that I already engaged with the content, so they're like, we're not advertising it to you. We're not wasting our ads on you. Ah, dear. I love Natasha. Natasha, before I got the last banner, which has just ended, I got the character on that, and they're also a healer. Before I got them, I used Natasha a lot, because Natasha was like my only healer, and I really liked it. She was really good. But yeah, I have got a slightly better healer now, and I like them a lot. The thing is, all of my good characters are boys, and like, I don't mind that, but I like the girl characters more, because like, from a character design perspective, like stuff that I'm interested in, I'm a female cosplayer who wants to cosplay more female characters, even though I keep cosplaying non-female characters. Generally, I would like to try cosplaying so a few more. And so I'm more interested in the female character design, but all the characters I keep like using and that are really useful right now are all men. It's another man on the banner this time. I think after this it's Kafka, and I'm interested. Kafka having a very similar name to Kefka, which every single time I need to play Final Fantasy VI, honestly, it's very high on my list of games I want to play. But especially now that it has the Pixel Remaster and all that kind of jazz. It's had that for a while actually, but you know, you get the drift. I'd very much like to play it. Kefka, like, original Jester vibes. Like, 100%. I don't know how interested you are in Final Fantasy, Shifty, and how much you've seen of Final Fantasy, but I think you'd really like Kefka for Final Fantasy VI. Because their design is very traditional Jester, and it's very good. Kefka was one of the first cosplayers, a cosplayer who did Kefka was one of the first cosplayers I ever met at a Final Fantasy meetup, where we were also cosplaying as Jesters, because the first costume I ever made was a Jester costume. I've had a vibe for a while that I've enjoyed. Oh my god, it's Blocker! Blocker, good morning! I hope you're doing well, welcome on in. Oh dear, I've been cosplaying Jesters since I was quite literally a child. I was like 14 when I made my first costume, and it was a Jester costume. The second costume I made was also a Jester themed costume when I was 16. And then I did a clown ball gown when I was 16 as well, because that was for my arts award, which I can't show you because I was not the model who wore it, and I don't want to, you know, it feels a bit rude to show that one off because they have definitely not given permissions for that, and I don't want to do that to them. But yeah, I've done clown stuff for years, quite literally. But yeah, Kefka was one of the first Final Fantasy costume that I ever saw in person. Somebody doing a Kefka, and it was really good. It's really good. It's been mean that I've been interested in Final Fantasy VI for like 15 years and I've never played it, but I've been intending to. I have to keep avoiding people's streams because they've been playing games that I want to play. I'm good, Harry Jelly. I'm good, thank you. I've been doing lots of embroidery recently and I've been very much enjoying it. It's very nice and relaxing. And we're just getting some of the red on. As you can see, we are slowly filling in the colours. I'm getting the red on here. This is my OC alongside Anime's OC and Sone's OC. It's just a little compilation drawing. Take care, enjoy. Oh, I say enjoy, it's probably not the right opening it. But take care, Sonny, look after yourself. If you have any more food suggestions, let me know. But probably not until next Monday, because, or like just before next Monday, because that's when our food shop has next. We can't just be doing them willy-nilly. I have to be getting a food shop anyway. There we go. Alright, I'll tie that off because that is all of that red that I need now. And I think I'm going to go for a cream colour next. Alright, let's get these back in their little drawers so I can come back to them. Get back in there. And you, get back in there. I have too much embroidery thread, and that's okay. I'll live with it. I can survive, I think. Put that in there. And then put this one in there. There we are, we're getting there. We're getting there. The colours are filling in, slowly but surely. I didn't do the underside of the cap, but I kind of want to do that in grey anyway, so I think I'm okay with that. There's a lot of cream to fill in because the cream will be Anime's shirt, collar, and head, my shirt and collar, and then the colour of the inside of the mushrooms here and here. For Sonne, they've got some on their shoes, but the collar I'm doing the brown collar of the coat, so it wouldn't be on there. I think it would just be on their shoes. But there is a lot in the rest of it, so probably it's best to move on to cream. I've got like a drawer of beiges and creams. Probably want a lighter one though, so one like this. Once again, get ready. I have so many colours, so many. Go. Get all of those in there. Yeah, I think that will work. What time is it? We didn't even go for 4 hours already. God damn it! How does this happen? I don't know if I've gotten really distracted. I think I've just gone really slowly today, but I've been having a good time, so that's fine. Time flies by in these kind of things because you're just concentrating and, you know, getting all the bits filled in, although not concentrating that hard, to be honest, but smartly concentrating. And then, where's my needle? Oh, there's that. And suddenly it's been like 4 hours, and where did they go? I would like to know. Oh, dear. There we go. Whoop. Unwell that, and then one of my nails is catching. Is it one I could just pull off? No, that's not. Okay, I'll do that hidden. God, I'm hiding everything today. I just don't want you guys to see because I know a lot of people don't like stuff like this, but I need to get rid of that. I've got like a, what did you call it? Like a catchy bit on the side of my nails. It's just slightly pulling the thread every now and again. It'll cause problems if I leave it, so there you go. I'll just snip it. I'll snip it, and then it won't cause problems anymore. Right. Let's do anime stuff first, because anime is basically done. And then we'll move across. I imagine anime and Sonne will be done first because I've made them slightly smaller. It's just meant to look at like different ages kind of thing, because I do think anime and Sonne's characters are younger than mine, and the height helps make that more obvious. Oh, there you go. Pull that through. And then get some cream on the shirt parts. There we go. And in there. I think I still would like to do some more shading on animes, but we'll get there when it's done, I think. We'll come back to it. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do the light on it. I will say it probably won't get finished on stream today. I think I'll probably finish it off stream a bit later once I've played Honkai for a while. I'm sorry, I'm very addicted to that game. Once I've played Honkai for a while, I'll probably finish it off stream. But I will post the picture in the Discord, and I might pop it on Twitter tomorrow or something. So that there will be a finished piece. Because I'm still aiming to finish all of these within a day. Honkai Star Rail update or no, these will be finished in a day if I'm starting them. If I don't start them in the day, then I don't mind not finishing them. There'll probably be days where I still don't do embroideries, but for the most part, if I start them, finish them. There we go. And in there. And the arm should just be one long stitch. Okay, so it's just the face then. Aww. I love the little sat down body. I wanted one of them sat down. Originally I was going to have Sonne sat down, but I think I'm really glad that we stuck with anime sitting down. I don't know, the little bird feet I think are really nice and emphasized. And there wasn't really as much point in emphasizing the legs, I guess. So just the feet, very heckin' cute. There we go. I think if anything it makes him look more bird-like as well. Because he was kind of, when I was drawing him standing, I was struggling a little bit to get the bird features in. I guess because birds are not something that I normally draw. So probably it's a practice thing. But with him sat down, I think it highlights those features nicely. Okay, let's just zoom up the inside of the skull bit here. Get that bit filled in before we keep going around the outside. And there. And in there. Goes over all the biro lines as well, so it looks a little bit neater. I should probably not be drawing in them in biro, but it's just, when you're working with it for so long, the lines disappear otherwise. Maybe if I had a washable pen, that might be the best in between. That actually might be what I need. Maybe I need to get those washable pens. Although I don't know how I'd feel about washing embroidery, like dipping it in water, like wiping it down, I guess I wouldn't mind, but I don't know. Something about just dunking it in water feels a little bit like I might just ruin it, like it might ruin the tension of the piece. I guess if I left it in the ring as I dunked it, maybe? I don't know, it makes me feel a bit concerned. Like that might not be the best for it. There we go, and then we'll need just to get these bits between. Oh! Sure, I don't go back out through the same hole, that would be good. I need to get the bits in between like the nose, I think is what it is. Once again, not super familiar with bird skulls, but I think it's like the bit in the beak where the nose is. The bird nose. Oh dear. Having like a small realization that I'm not even sure if birds have the ability to smell. I'd assume they can. I've never really thought about it. Can birds smell? Probably, right? It'd be weird for them not to be able to smell. I don't feel like that would benefit them at all. And there. What? There we go. And underneath there. Okay, so I like had a good hard concentrate then, because I was like, I think I'm making this bit a bit invisible, but do I mind? I think the answer is no. I can always go back and add like a little black line to it later. I have plenty of black, thankfully. That was one of the colours I was a bit worried about running out of. But we've been pretty good. Like, I don't think I've run out of any of the colours that I was using. Brown's the only one where I've gotten a little bit low on. But even then, like, it's just that. I've got a little bit low on it, but I'm not too close to running out or anything, I don't think. Go. Let's fill this bit in here while I remember. Around the eye. I might actually go back on the skull and get like a slightly lighter grey and just do a little bit of the light grey around the eye socket and where the nose bit is, and maybe down the back of the skull, just so it's not so blanket one colour. And then maybe I'll do the same thing with the feet as well and just highlight the edges in like a light grey. If I'm doing the light grey as a shadow on the skull, having it as a highlight on the feet would probably work pretty well, to be honest. I think that might be my plan with anime, is to get that there. I want to do it justice, even if it is in like a mini form where it's not as detailed. Go, and then let's go all the way back up again. And fill this in. I was gonna say I'd have this cream to like go on to the next one, but I think I'm actually gonna have to get some more thread. Which is fine, I have more to one side here, but I think I will. Couldn't wait till lunchtime to make a breakfast sandwich with bacon, eggs, and cheese! A ceramic egg cooker. A ceramic egg cooker? Round shape. Oh, okay, so it like shapes it as you cook it. That's cool. I was like, what is a ceramic egg cooker? As if the ceramics would cook the egg. That's pretty cool, I like that. My eggs are always kind of all over the place, especially my poached eggs. Like fried eggs I can generally make relatively neat because we do have some slightly smaller pans, but poached eggs are a mess because we don't have anything to poach them in, so they just end up being all over the place. I don't mind it because they taste good, but yeah, fried eggs generally look okay neat. Poached eggs not so much. Poached eggs a mess, all over the place. But they taste good, so who cares, really? And plus, I mainly make them for me and sometimes shiny, so, you know, no complaints from this household, I think. I got the little skull in now. I'm going to tie this off because I don't think there's any point in me moving the whole way up because actually, or maybe I can get to the shirt. That's because there's not really any point in me going all the way up to the mushrooms, but I probably could do the shirt. Yeah, you know what? We can do a little bit of this without losing too much thread. You've never done poach before, so I do like the Korean spicy noodles, and you can, as you're cooking the noodles, if you push them to one side a little bit in the pan, you can poach an egg at the same time because I poach eggs for like 3.5 minutes and the noodles cook for 3.5 minutes. So basically, if you just put them all in the pan at the same time, it always finished at the same time. So you'll have like a perfectly poached egg with your noodles, and I do that because it's like, it's one pan, it doesn't make things any more complicated, and the egg gets flavored really nicely with the noodle spices. So yeah, I do quite a lot of poached eggs, especially in the winter, which is when I tend to eat spicy noodles more. I'm not so much heavy spice in the summer, but I do like it in the winter. And yeah, it's very easy. But again, because I don't have like a container to put them in as I'm poaching them, they do end up kind of big and all over the place, but they do taste good, and that's all that matters. At least in my books. Do you have nightmares about running out of thread? I don't think that I ever have had a nightmare about running out of thread. I've definitely like had art-related nightmares before, but they're normally of like people hating my art, or like, you know, like I put my art in a gallery and someone graffitis it or says that it's trash. It's normally like, they're very normal, honestly. They're very normal, boring dreams of like you doing something and then people hating it. That's closer to what I would say my art dreams are like. Hell yeah. You know, I might actually stop there because now that we've been talking about food, I'm hungry. I'm gonna stop there on stream, but I'm gonna keep going off stream. So if you're in the Discord, you should see this fully finished later. Please excuse me, I am a hungry bean, and we have been talking about foods. So now I wish to also consume foods. It doesn't take much, honestly. I'm like, oh man, no, a good egg. I would go for a good egg. You've had that dream, yeah, like you put your art in a gallery and then someone says that it's trash in front of you or it graffitis it. It's a fun dream, I love it. Who doesn't love that? Okay, let's see. Who is live that I can send you to what? Oh my god, a lot of people. A lot of people. I feel like this is the case more and more. The more people you find, the more people are live when you want to rate. Ooh. I think I would like to go here. Yes. Let me just double check that they're not about to end. I think this is good. Oh dear. Hell yeah, no, they're literally just starting. That's what it was. I was worried that it was an ending screen. It's not an ending screen, it's a just starting screen. And they do crochet. I think a lot of people like this. Food? Yee! It's food time. Is Jenny gonna go consume a friend? Shh. Don't tell anyone. That's a secret. I can't tell you if that's the case. I can't say yay or nay. Who knows what I'm gonna go consume? Although it might be the bruschetta I was talking about earlier. Did I do that right? I did do that right. So we're gonna be raiding Lady. Lady is just starting her stream, so you should have plenty of time to chill out there. They do crochet. I think they do other stuff as well, but they're specifically doing crochet items right now. So I think it should be like a nice chill vibe. Hell yeah, I've learned lots today. Me too. Mainly about dreams though. Well, you could say nay to that. I could say nay to that. I refuse to say nay to a good bruschetta though. But yeah, this is how far we got on stream today. I will be hopefully finishing it off stream later today. It's just a lot of filling in the colours and then adding some lighting, so I'm not too worried. I can finish this. Easy. Too easy. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we should be actually following IRL prompts, so that we'll be doing the same kind of art as a lot of other people. So that'll be fun. So then we can compare, whereas this is one I just wanted to do for myself, really. Otherwise, grab a raid call. We'll be back tomorrow doing another piece because this will be finished by then, and probably gonna do a lot of long streams. Maybe this will be the month I get 25 streams in a month. That'd be cool. Otherwise, grab raid call. We're gonna go see them soon. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day. There we go. And